13 Ways to Recognize Envy and Falsehood in Others. Marcus Aurelius Stoicism. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life. Have you ever felt the sting of envy or been deceived by someone you trusted? You're not alone. In today's video, we're diving deep into the subtle signs of these two common yet destructive human behaviors. We'll explore 13 ways to recognize envy and falsehood in others, drawing insights from the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism. By becoming more aware of these behaviors, we can improve our understanding and management of relationships. Join us on this journey of self-discovery and growth through the lens of Stoicism. Number 1. Overcritical Attitude. An overcritical attitude is a well-known sign of envy, a concept deeply explored in Stoic philosophy. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of recognizing when criticism stems from jealousy rather than a genuine desire to help. People who harbor envy might question every choice you make or your skills, not to improve you, but to make you doubt your own abilities. This behavior is a reflection of their insecurities and has little to do with your worth. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, advised that the best way to retaliate against someone who has wronged you is not to become like them. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to face such behaviors with inner strength and reason. When faced with overcritical attitudes, instead of responding defensively, Stoics suggest examining the criticism objectively. Does it have any merit? Can it be used constructively? If not, it should be dismissed without disturbing your peace of mind. This practice of objective analysis helps maintain emotional equilibrium and fosters resilience. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, echoed this sentiment by saying, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By scrutinizing criticism through a rational lens, we can determine whether it holds any truth or if it's merely a manifestation of someone else's envy. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us to constantly reflect on and improve our actions, ensuring they align with our values. This self-reflection fortifies our confidence and helps us stay true to our path, unaffected by the negative comments of jealous individuals. In modern life, this means embracing constructive feedback while disregarding baseless negativity. It's about building a fortress of self-assurance through continuous self-improvement and adherence to personal values. Additionally, the philosophy underscores the importance of maintaining composure and not mirroring the negativity of others. Reacting with hostility or defensiveness only serves to validate the envious person's behavior. Instead, showing calmness and reason in the face of unjust criticism highlights your strength and character. Epictetus, a key figure in Stoicism, taught that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By keeping this in mind, we can navigate through criticism with grace, turning potentially harmful situations into opportunities for personal growth. In today's world, where social media and constant connectivity can amplify criticism, the Stoic approach is more relevant than ever. It's essential to filter out the noise and focus on constructive criticism that fosters growth. Remember, those who criticize out of envy are projecting their insecurities. By staying focused on your journey and adhering to Stoic principles, you can rise above pettiness and continue your pursuit of excellence. The wisdom of the Stoics teaches us that true strength lies in controlling our reactions and maintaining inner tranquility. When faced with overcritical attitudes, remember Marcus Aurelius's advice and strive to be unlike those who wish to harm you. Reflect on your actions, stay true to your values, and let go of unfounded criticism. This way, you not only protect your peace but also set an example of resilience and wisdom for others to follow. 2. Speak less. It takes 3 years to learn to speak, but a lifetime to learn to be silent. What a person can say in their lifetime is limited, and overexpressing can cause significant inner conflict. Speaking less doesn't mean not communicating effectively. It means choosing your words wisely and understanding the power they hold. Many people continuously express their opinions, making listeners potentially disagree with them. If you encounter one or two slightly impatient people, arguments are hard to avoid. This constant need to voice every thought can lead to unnecessary disputes and misunderstandings. Life isn't a debate. Presenting every argument to convince others only wastes each other's time and depletes both parties' energy. Each of us has a developed way of thinking formed over time through our experiences. This means we can't change others with just a few words. Understanding this can lead to more harmonious interactions and less stress. When meeting people with different views, you only need to respect and stay silent. Everyone is different, and having diverse opinions is normal. There's no need to force agreement. This practice of silent respect fosters a more peaceful environment and allows for the exchange of ideas without conflict. As a person, you should not only be silent but also reduce sarcastic and harsh words. A kind word warms 3 winter months. A cruel word chills 6 months. Words have a profound impact, and using them wisely can build stronger relationships and foster a more positive environment. Don't rub salt into others' wounds when they're struggling. Don't speak harshly just to vent anger. This will only make people dislike you and make you appear lowly. Instead, offer support and understanding, which can significantly improve your interactions and relationships. Don't be deceitful, pretending to be kind while backstabbing others. Don't spread rumors or sow discord. Every word we speak is to cultivate our thoughts and hearts. Speaking more leads to more mistakes. Speaking less reduces the chance of errors. By being mindful of our words, we can avoid unnecessary conflict and build more meaningful connections. Number 3, beware of excessive praise. While praise is generally viewed positively, it can sometimes be a subtle indicator of envy. Stoicism advises caution towards those who lavish you with excessive praise because it might stem from jealousy. Genuine praise is typically moderate and sincere, coming from a place of goodwill. However, when it becomes over the top, it might be an attempt to mask envy with exaggerated respect. According to Stoic philosophy, observing how people treat and speak about each other can be revealing. Do they praise you consistently across different settings? Is their admiration evident only in public, or do they also express it privately? Adopting a Stoic perspective encourages us to scrutinize these praises and consider the intentions behind them. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us to reflect on how we react to praise. Do we become complacent, or do we maintain humility? Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, cautioned against letting flattery divert us from our moral path. He emphasized focusing on our own virtues and progress rather than getting swayed by others' opinions, which can be fleeting and deceptive. Envy often hides behind a mask of excessive praise, and recognizing this can help us remain grounded and true to our principles. Consider a modern scenario. A colleague at work frequently showers you with praise in meetings, but behaves differently in private conversations. This inconsistency might signal hidden envy or ulterior motives. By applying Stoic principles, you can navigate such situations with clarity and discernment. Instead of basking in the flattery, reflect on your actions and stay committed to your values. Moreover, excessive praise can create a false sense of security, making us vulnerable to manipulation. Stoicism urges us to remain vigilant and not let external validation dictate our self-worth. As you navigate through life, remember to stay true to your inner virtues and not be swayed by superficial accolades. Let me share a simple story to make this point clearer. A successful entrepreneur named Alex who keeps receiving a lot of praise from a business partner, Jamie. At first, Alex feels flattered by Jamie's compliments. But over time, Alex starts to notice that Jamie only praises them in public and never in private. This makes Alex suspicious. Alex then realizes that Jamie's praise is actually a way to gain favor and use Alex's success for personal gain. Instead of getting carried away by Jamie's flattery, Alex remembers the teachings of Stoicism and stays true to their values. By doing so, Alex sees through Jamie's intentions and makes decisions that reflect their integrity. This helps Alex avoid potential pitfalls and leads to even greater success and fulfillment. This story shows how staying grounded in your values can help you navigate tricky situations and stay true to yourself. In essence, Stoicism teaches us to view praise with a discerning eye. It's essential to appreciate genuine compliments while remaining wary of those that might conceal envy or hidden agendas. Ask yourself, how do I respond to praise? Do I let it inflate my ego, or do I use it as an opportunity for self-reflection and growth? By maintaining a humble attitude and focusing on our inner virtues, we can navigate the complexities of human interactions with wisdom and integrity. Ultimately, the lesson here is to stay true to yourself and your principles. Excessive praise can be a sign of envy, and recognizing this can help you maintain your moral compass. Reflect on your reactions to praise and ensure they align with your values. Embrace humility and let your actions speak louder than words. By doing so, you'll cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience that is impervious to external flattery. Remember, true strength lies in your ability to stay grounded amidst the noise of others' opinions. If you've watched up to this point, you're already on the path to mastering the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Comment below with "True Stoic" to affirm your commitment to recognizing envy and falsehood in others. Don't go anywhere. There's still a wealth of knowledge we want to share with you in this video. Stay until the end to uncover the secrets that will sharpen your perception and strengthen your Stoic journey. Number 4. Downplaying success. Envy can be insidious, often lurking beneath the surface until it causes significant harm. One key sign of envy is when someone consistently downplays or criticizes your achievements, making subtle comments that seem innocuous but slowly chip away at your confidence. These individuals often mask their feelings of inadequacy by attempting to bring you down to their level. They struggle with their own self-worth, and as a result, try to diminish the value of your accomplishments. As Seneca aptly put it, envy of other people shows how they are unhappy. Their continual attention to others' behavior shows how they are boring. This behavior highlights their inner turmoil and the lengths they will go to hide it. Envious individuals may also engage in passive-aggressive behavior, masking their envy with backhanded compliments or sarcasm. These remarks may seem friendly on the surface, but carry an underlying sting. Marcus Aurelius advises us to remain indifferent to the opinions of others and focus on our own path. He suggests that the best response to envy is to continue striving for personal excellence without being swayed by others' negativity. As he famously said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." By following this advice, we can protect ourselves from the corrosive effects of envy and falsehood. To navigate these challenges, it is essential to recognize the signs of envy and maintain your self-worth. Don't allow others' envy to affect your progress or diminish your achievements. Instead, surround yourself with supportive individuals who genuinely celebrate your successes. Acknowledge the envious behaviors, but do not engage with them. As you continue to grow and succeed, remember the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within your control, your actions and reactions. This mindset will help you rise above the negativity and remain steadfast on your journey to personal excellence. In modern life, where social media and constant comparisons can amplify feelings of envy, it is more important than ever to stay grounded in your values and achievements. Celebrate your milestones and remain humble, understanding that true success is measured by personal growth and fulfillment rather than external validation. Take to heart the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. By focusing on the beauty of existence and the joy of personal achievements, you can rise above envy and falsehood, paving the way for a more fulfilling and serene life. Number 5. Noticing excessive competition. Recognizing envy in others often begins with observing their excessive need to compete. Envious individuals tend to view life as an endless race where their primary goal is to surpass everyone else, including you. They might sabotage your efforts, steal your ideas, or always try to outshine you. Have you ever noticed someone who constantly tries to outdo you, even in the smallest things? This behavior is a clear sign of envy. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When someone is preoccupied with besting you, it's their envious thoughts that drive their actions. These individuals might go out of their way to belittle your accomplishments, making you feel less than you are. They might also exhibit an unhealthy obsession with comparing their achievements to yours, creating a toxic environment. Envious people are not just competitors. They are often detractors who find joy in your struggles and dissatisfaction in your success. They might even take credit for your hard work, leaving you feeling unseen and undervalued. This behavior can manifest in various forms, such as subtle put-downs or overt acts of undermining your progress. For instance, they might spread false rumors about you, hoping to damage your reputation. Or they might constantly bring up your past failures to diminish your present successes. This need to compete isn't just about them wanting to win. It's about them wanting to see you lose. How can you handle such individuals? It's essential to maintain your composure and focus on your own growth, rather than getting drawn into their negative energy. Remember, as Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By keeping your reactions in check, you prevent their envy from affecting your peace of mind. Engaging with them on their terms only fuels their competitive spirit. Instead, rise above their pettiness by staying true to your values and continuing to strive for excellence. Furthermore, consider whether their behavior reflects more on their insecurities than on your abilities. When people are envious, it's often because they feel inadequate or threatened by your success. Can you see how their actions stem from their own fears? By understanding this, you can approach the situation with empathy, recognizing that their struggle is internal, not truly against you. This perspective shift can help you maintain a positive outlook and avoid being dragged into unnecessary conflicts. In dealing with excessively competitive individuals, it's crucial to set boundaries and protect your mental and emotional well-being. This might mean distancing yourself from them or seeking support from others who value and respect your contributions. Remember, your worth isn't determined by someone else's need to compete. As Seneca wisely put it, the greatest remedy for anger is delay. Take your time to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Number 6. Observing subtle sabotage. In the journey of recognizing envy and falsehood in others, one key sign to be vigilant about is subtle sabotage. This insidious form of deceit can manifest in various ways, such as spreading rumors, offering misleading advice, or deliberately placing obstacles in your path. Those engaging in subtle sabotage often wear a mask of friendliness, making it challenging to detect their true intentions. They may smile and appear supportive, but their actions reveal a different story, one aimed at undermining your progress and success. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, wisely reminds us to be cautious of those who outwardly display friendliness yet secretly plot against us. This teaching is as relevant today as it was in ancient times. By closely observing patterns of behavior, you can start to identify those who consistently seem to hinder your progress. For instance, consider a coworker who constantly gives you incorrect information, causing delays in your projects. Initially, you might brush it off as a mistake, but if this behavior repeats, it's a red flag. They might appear helpful, but their repeated actions suggest otherwise. To illustrate, let me share a story from modern life. Imagine you're working on an important project and have a colleague who always seems to have some last-minute advice or changes. At first, you appreciate their input, but over time, you notice a pattern. Every suggestion they make leads to more work for you, causing delays and stress. Meanwhile, this colleague continues to advance smoothly, seemingly unaffected by the chaos they introduce into your workflow. This is a classic case of subtle sabotage. They wear a mask of helpfulness, but their true intention is to see you struggle and fail, thereby ensuring their own success. Now, consider this. How can you distinguish between genuine helpfulness and subtle sabotage? One approach is to reflect on the outcomes of the interactions. Genuine advice typically results in positive outcomes or, at the very least, a clear path forward. Subtle sabotage, on the other hand, often leaves you feeling frustrated and stuck. Another indicator is consistency. Genuine friends and colleagues are consistently supportive and constructive. Those who engage in sabotage may only appear when they have the opportunity to hinder your progress. Addressing subtle sabotage requires a strategic approach. First, remain calm and composed. Reacting emotionally can provide the saboteur with more opportunities to undermine you. Instead, focus on gathering evidence of their behavior. Keep records of interactions, advice, and the outcomes. This not only helps you build a case if needed, but also allows you to see the pattern more clearly. Next, consider discussing the issue with a trusted mentor or supervisor. They can provide valuable perspective and support, and if necessary, intervene on your behalf. Additionally, reinforcing your boundaries is crucial. Politely but firmly decline advice or assistance from those you suspect of sabotage. Instead, seek out guidance from trusted sources who have consistently demonstrated their genuine support for your growth and success. This not only protects you from further sabotage but also strengthens your network of true allies. In conclusion, recognizing and addressing subtle sabotage is vital for maintaining your progress and well-being. By being mindful of the signs and taking proactive steps to protect yourself, you can navigate these challenges effectively. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius teaches, it's essential to be wary of those who smile to your face but plot against you. By paying attention to patterns of behavior, staying composed, and reinforcing your boundaries, you can safeguard your journey toward success and fulfillment. If you've reached this point and are still engaged, kindly take a moment to pause and comment below with, "I seek truth." This simple act will indicate that you understand the importance of recognizing envy and falsehood in others. Now let's continue on this journey together, embracing the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics to lead more authentic, fulfilling lives. Number 7. Identifying lack of empathy. In the realm of human interactions, a glaring red flag of deceit and envy is a lack of empathy. Those harboring envy or falsehood often exhibit an unsettling indifference to your emotions and hardships. Their concern is fleeting, extending only when there's something to gain for themselves. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic sage, underscores the vital role of empathy in our relationships, reminding us that genuine concern for others is the cornerstone of meaningful connections. He once stated, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize?" This introspective approach not only helps in understanding others but also in fostering a more compassionate view. Empathy, or the lack thereof, serves as a litmus test for authenticity in relationships. An envious or deceitful person will rarely invest in your emotional well-being. They might disregard your struggles, offer superficial support, or appear attentive only when it serves their interests. This behavior starkly contrasts with the actions of those who genuinely care, who are there for you without expecting anything in return. Reflecting on Marcus Aurelius's wisdom, we can see that true empathy is about mutual understanding and support, devoid of selfish motives. In today's fast-paced world, recognizing these signs can protect you from toxic relationships. When someone consistently shows little regard for your feelings, It's a clear indicator of their true intentions. The lesson here is profound. Value empathy highly, and seek out those who demonstrate sincere concern. These are the relationships that will enrich your life, providing support and understanding when you need it most. Expanding on this, it's essential to practice empathy ourselves. By doing so, we not only attract genuine people but also set a standard for our interactions. Empathy is not just about feeling for others, but also about taking actions that reflect our understanding and concern. In professional and personal settings, being empathetic can build trust and create a supportive environment. This aligns with the Stoic principle of living virtuously, which includes showing kindness and understanding to others. Moreover, modern psychology supports this ancient wisdom. Studies have shown that empathetic individuals tend to have more fulfilling relationships and better mental health. This is because empathy fosters a sense of connection and reduces feelings of isolation. Number 8. Spotting overly defensive reactions. When it comes to recognizing envy and falsehood in others, one key sign to look out for is overly defensive reactions. Have you ever noticed how some people become immediately angry or defensive when you question their behavior or intentions? This type of reaction is a red flag. These individuals often deflect blame or try to turn the tables on you, making it seem like you're the one at fault. Their defensiveness stems from a deep-seated fear of being exposed and a strong desire to protect their fragile self-image. When you encounter someone reacting defensively, it's crucial to focus on maintaining your own integrity and peace of mind. Instead of getting caught up in their emotional turmoil, take a step back and observe their behavior. What does their defensiveness tell you about their true intentions? Are they trying to hide something or avoid accountability? By staying calm and not being swayed by their defensiveness, you can navigate these interactions more effectively and protect your own well-being. Recognizing overly defensive reactions can also help you understand the underlying emotions of the person you're dealing with. Envy and deceit often go hand in hand with insecurity and fear. When someone feels threatened by your success or truth, their first instinct might be to lash out defensively. This is their way of trying to regain control and protect their ego. By recognizing overly defensive reactions, you are better equipped to navigate the complexities of human behavior. This awareness helps you stay grounded and true to your values, even when others try to undermine you. Think about a recent encounter where someone reacted defensively. How did you handle it? And what did you learn from the experience? Engaging with these questions can deepen your understanding of human nature and enhance your ability to deal with difficult people. In conclusion, spotting overly defensive reactions is a crucial skill in recognizing envy and falsehood in others. Marcus Aurelius's advice to remain calm and composed is invaluable in these situations. By observing and understanding these reactions, you can better protect your peace of mind and navigate interactions with integrity. Remember, staying true to your values and maintaining your composure is the best way to handle defensiveness. So next time you encounter someone reacting defensively, take a step back, observe, and consider what their behavior reveals about their true intentions. This approach will help you maintain your peace and integrity, no matter how others behave. How do you think you can apply these principles in your daily interactions to better recognize and deal with envy and falsehood? Number 9. Isolation. Envy and falsehood in others can often manifest in their efforts to isolate you from supportive relationships and networks. This behavior is a strategic move to weaken your support system, making you more dependent on them. By isolating you, they can exert greater control and influence over your actions and decisions. One way to recognize this isolation tactic is to observe changes in your social dynamics. Have certain relationships started to feel strained without clear reasons? Are you receiving subtle suggestions to distance yourself from people who have always supported you? These signs can indicate someone's attempt to isolate you for their own benefit. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, emphasized the importance of surrounding oneself with virtuous and supportive individuals. He believed that our environment and the people in it significantly impact our character and actions. Isolation, therefore, goes against Stoic principles, which value community and mutual support. Consider a scenario where a coworker frequently discredits your friends or colleagues, subtly suggesting that they are not good for you. Over time, this might lead you to distance yourself from those who truly care about your well-being. By isolating you, the envious individual aims to create an environment where you are more susceptible to their influence. To counteract this, it's essential to remain vigilant and trust your instincts. If you notice someone consistently trying to separate you from your support network, question their motives. Reflect on whether their advice benefits your well-being or serves their interests. Furthermore, maintaining open and honest communication with your trusted friends and family can help counter isolation attempts. Share your concerns and seek their perspectives. This not only strengthens your relationships but also provides a clearer view of the situation. Stoicism teaches us to value and protect our inner circle. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, advised that true friends are those who stand by us through thick and thin. Guard these relationships against attempts to isolate you, recognizing that genuine connections are invaluable to your personal and emotional growth. In modern life, where social media and online interactions can blur the lines between genuine and superficial relationships, it is even more crucial to cultivate and protect meaningful connections. Stay vigilant for signs of isolation tactics and prioritize those who have consistently shown genuine concern for your well-being. Ask yourself, are my current relationships nurturing and supportive? Am I allowing someone to influence me negatively by distancing me from my true friends? Reflecting on these questions can help you safeguard your relationships and ensure they remain a source of strength and support. Ultimately, recognizing and addressing isolation is key to maintaining a healthy and supportive social network. By staying true to Stoic principles, you can navigate these challenges and preserve the relationships that truly matter. Remember, the strength of your support system plays a crucial role in your journey towards personal excellence and fulfillment. If you've made it this far, you're dedicated to seeking truth and wisdom. Drop a comment saying, "I uncover the truth," to show you're committed to recognizing envy and falsehood in others. Stick around, the best is yet to come. Number 10. Spreading false rumors. In our modern lives, spreading false rumors remains a pervasive issue. Stoicism recognizes the act of spreading lies about someone as a clear sign of envy. When someone spreads falsehoods about you, it is usually because they are envious of your reputation or accomplishments and wish to undermine them. This behavior directly contradicts the core Stoic values of truth and integrity. Stoicism emphasizes responding to such acts with calmness and reason. Remember, the opinions of others do not define your worth. Your true value lies in your character and your adherence to the path of virtue. The Stoics urge us to forgive those who act out of envy, and not to let their negative actions disturb our inner peace. A powerful way to counteract the spread of falsehoods is by embodying honesty and authenticity in all our interactions. When we consistently demonstrate these virtues, we set a positive example that can inspire others to uphold the truth and resist engaging in rumor-mongering. Seeing the spread of false stories as an act of envy helps us maintain our tranquility and continue living virtuously, unperturbed by the malicious intentions of others. Consider a personal story. Sarah works in a competitive office environment where achievements are highly prized. She recently earned a significant promotion, which didn't sit well with some of her colleagues. One of them, out of jealousy, began spreading false rumors about her work ethic and personal life. Sarah could feel her reputation being unjustly tarnished, and her accomplishments questioned. Instead of reacting with anger or trying to confront each rumor head-on, she chose to remain composed, adhering to the Stoic principles she held dear. She focused on her work, maintaining her integrity and letting her actions speak louder than any false words. Over time, her consistent honesty and dedication silenced the rumors, and her colleagues began to see through the lies. Her response not only preserved her peace of mind, but also reinforced her reputation for integrity. Now, Let's think about this. How often do we let the opinions of others disrupt our peace? Do we sometimes find ourselves tempted to retaliate when faced with envy and falsehood? Or can we rise above it, staying true to our values? The way we handle these situations can either perpetuate negativity or foster a culture of honesty and respect. By understanding that false rumors stem from envy, we can choose to respond with forgiveness and integrity. This approach not only protects our inner peace but also encourages a more truthful and supportive environment around us. The key lesson here is to recognize the root cause of such negative behavior, remain steadfast in our virtues, and let our actions reflect the truth. In doing so, we not only shield ourselves from the harm intended by others, but also become beacons of integrity in our communities. Number 11. Lack of happiness for others' success. A clear sign of envy in others is their inability to genuinely celebrate your successes. This lack of happiness for your achievements often reveals deeper insecurities and jealousy. When someone struggles to acknowledge or share in your joy, it's a red flag that they might be envious. Consider how true friends react to your accomplishments. Genuine friends will celebrate your wins, big or small, because they care about your happiness and growth. In contrast, an envious person may offer lukewarm congratulations or even ignore your achievements altogether. This lack of enthusiasm can stem from their own feelings of inadequacy, making it hard for them to be happy for you. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, taught that our happiness should not depend on external validation, but on our inner virtues and character. He advised focusing on our own journey, rather than seeking approval from others. In this context, understanding and recognizing the lack of happiness from others helps us detach our sense of worth from their reactions. For example, imagine you receive a promotion at work. Your true friends and supportive colleagues will congratulate you enthusiastically and share in your excitement. However, someone who envies you might downplay the achievement or shift the conversation to themselves. This behavior can be disheartening, but it's important to remember that their reaction reflects their insecurities, not your worth. To handle this situation, practice empathy and patience. Recognize that their inability to be happy for you is a reflection of their struggles, not a judgment of your success. Additionally, consider how you can cultivate a supportive environment around you. Encourage and celebrate others' successes, setting a positive example. This approach not only strengthens your relationships but also promotes a culture of mutual support and growth. Reflect on your interactions and ask yourself, how do I react to others' successes? Do I genuinely celebrate with them, or do I let envy cloud my response? By fostering a mindset of genuine happiness for others, you contribute to a more positive and supportive community. Ultimately, the Stoic approach teaches us to focus on our own virtues and progress. By recognizing and addressing envy in others, we can protect our peace of mind and maintain healthy, supportive relationships. Celebrate your achievements without reservation, and let your actions inspire others to do the same. Remember, your true value lies in your character and integrity, not in the validation of others. Recognizing a lack of happiness for your success is essential in identifying envy. By understanding this behavior and responding with empathy and patience, you can maintain your inner peace and continue to grow. Embrace your achievements with gratitude and strive to be a positive force in your relationships. This way, you rise above envy and contribute to a more supportive and fulfilling environment. Number 12. Downplaying their own accomplishments. One of the subtle signs of envy in others is when they downplay their own achievements. While humility is a virtue, constantly belittling their successes can be a strategic move to evoke sympathy or to seem non-threatening. This behavior might mask their true feelings of jealousy and insecurity. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to seek balance in our perceptions, recognizing both our strengths and weaknesses without exaggeration. When someone constantly downplays their own achievements, they might be trying to divert attention from their envy or create a false sense of modesty. Consider a scenario where a friend always dismisses their accomplishments, even when praised. They might say things like, "Oh, it was nothing," or "I just got lucky." While modesty is admirable, perpetual self-deprecation can be a red flag. It may indicate they are uncomfortable with your success or trying to evoke sympathy to manipulate perceptions. Recognizing this behavior allows us to approach the relationship with empathy while maintaining a clear understanding of their intentions. Engage in open conversations and encourage genuine expressions of self-worth and mutual respect. By promoting an environment where achievements are celebrated without comparison, we can foster healthier, more supportive relationships. Relating this to our modern lives, we often encounter individuals in the workplace, social circles, or even family settings who may exhibit this behavior. It's essential to be mindful of the motivations behind constant self-deprecation. For instance, a colleague who frequently downplays their significant contributions to a project might be masking their envy of others' recognition or seeking validation in a roundabout way. In practical terms, fostering an environment of genuine appreciation and acknowledgement can counteract the negative effects of envy. Encourage open dialogue, where successes are shared and celebrated without the shadow of comparison. As Seneca advised, "While we teach, we learn," implying that by promoting a culture of mutual respect and admiration, we also cultivate our own understanding and empathy. This approach not only strengthens our relationships, but also enhances our personal growth and resilience. To further enrich our perspective, consider the story of a renowned artist who, despite his acclaim, would often downplay his achievements. His humility was initially seen as endearing, but over time, it became evident that this was a defense mechanism to cope with his insecurity and envy of others' talents. This scenario mirrors many situations we might face, reminding us to look beyond the surface and understand the deeper motivations behind people's actions. Number 13. Passive-aggressive comments. Passive-aggressive comments are a hallmark of envy and falsehood. These remarks often disguise hostility in seemingly benign or humorous statements, leaving you uncertain about the speaker's true intentions. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of clear and honest communication. Passive-aggressive behavior runs counter to these principles, introducing ambiguity and distrust into relationships. Recognizing such comments helps us maintain our integrity and respond with calm and reason. Consider a colleague who frequently makes comments like, "Must be nice to have all the luck," or "Guess some people have it easier than others." These statements, wrapped in a veneer of humor or casualness, often carry underlying resentment. While the words themselves might seem harmless, the tone and context reveal deeper feelings of envy. How can we handle such situations while staying true to Stoic principles? To handle passive-aggressive comments, respond with clarity and directness. Address the underlying sentiment calmly, without hostility. For example, you might say, "I sense that you feel there's more to my success than just luck. Can we talk about it?" This approach encourages open dialogue and can help diffuse underlying tensions. Imagine you're working on a project, and a team member constantly makes passive-aggressive remarks about your contributions. They say things like, "Must be nice to get all the credit," or "Sure, let the favorite do the job." These comments, though seemingly lighthearted, can create a toxic environment. By recognizing these remarks for what they are, you can address them directly. You might respond, "It sounds like you have concerns about how the work is being distributed. Let's discuss this openly so we can all feel good about our roles." Recognizing passive-aggressive behavior and addressing it directly protects your peace of mind and upholds the Stoic values of honesty and transparency. This practice not only strengthens your relationships, but also sets a standard for clear and respectful communication. Let's delve deeper. Have you ever noticed how such comments can chip away at your self-confidence and create unnecessary stress? A friend might say, "Wow, you're really going all out, huh?" When you dress up for an event, making you second-guess your choices. By identifying the passive-aggressive nature of such remarks, you can choose to either address them directly or not let them affect you. You might respond, "I enjoy dressing up for occasions. Do you feel differently?" This not only clarifies your stance but also opens up a dialogue about their feelings. In social media, passive-aggressive comments can be even more subtle and widespread. A friend might post, "Some people just have all the time in the world to exercise and eat right," subtly criticizing your lifestyle choices. Recognizing the envy and falsehood in such comments helps you maintain your composure and respond, if necessary, with grace and clarity. Perhaps you might say, "I prioritize my health because it makes me feel good. How do you manage your time?" A personal story that highlights this could involve a time when you experienced passive-aggressive behavior and chose to handle it with stoic calm. For instance, you might recall a situation where a colleague's repeated comments about your luck in landing projects began to affect team morale. Instead of reacting defensively, you invited them for a coffee and discussed their feelings openly. This not only cleared the air but also led to a more collaborative working relationship. By recognizing passive-aggressive behavior and addressing it directly, you protect your peace of mind and uphold the Stoic values of honesty and transparency. This practice not only strengthens your relationships but also sets a standard for clear and respectful communication. It allows you to live authentically and foster genuine connections with those around you. How will you handle the next passive-aggressive comment that comes your way? Will you choose to address it directly and foster a culture of open, honest communication? Embrace this Stoic approach and watch how it transforms your interactions and relationships for the better. Thank you for being part of today's video. Before we proceed, I want to thank you for your participation in our community. Feel free to share your thoughts, or simply comment, "I seek truth," if you're new, or "I embrace Stoicism," if you've been around. Your interaction is a great source of motivation for us. Let's continue this journey together, shall we? 7 reasons why some people are always envious of you. Have you ever felt the sting of envy from those around you, despite your best efforts to be kind and humble? Envy is a multifaceted emotion, often arising from feelings of inadequacy or unfulfilled desires. Whether it's your achievements, possessions, or personal qualities, there are various reasons why others might harbor envy towards you. In this article, we'll explore 7 common reasons behind this envy, shedding light on the underlying causes and offering insights on how to navigate these challenging dynamics. By understanding these factors, you can foster empathy and create a more supportive environment for everyone. 1. Because you have something they don't. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to harbor envy towards you, no matter how kind or unassuming you are? Envy is a complex emotion, often rooted in a sense of inadequacy or unfulfilled desire. When others perceive that you possess something they yearn for but lack, it can spark envious feelings. This something can range from tangible items like a new car or a luxurious home to achievements such as a prestigious job or academic success, or even intangible qualities like charisma, happiness, or a fulfilling relationship. Envy often starts with comparison. Envious individuals tend to compare their lives with yours, focusing on the perceived deficiencies in their own lives while exaggerating your successes. This mindset creates a distorted view, amplifying their feelings of inadequacy and leading to a vicious cycle of envy. The comparison game is a dangerous trap because it neglects the unique paths and personal struggles everyone experiences. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This highlights the essence of envy, an insatiable craving for what others have. blinding one to their own potential and achievements. Consider the story of a man who buys a beautiful new car, not out of necessity but because he loves cars and can afford it. His neighbor, however, who has always struggled financially, views this new car as a symbol of everything he lacks. Instead of feeling happy for his neighbor, he feels envious and resentful. This resentment stems not from the car itself, but from the deeper feelings of inadequacy and unfulfilled desires within him. This scenario illustrates a common occurrence in modern life where social media and societal pressures magnify our tendency to compare ourselves to others, often leading to envy and dissatisfaction. Another aspect to consider is how envy can be triggered by your achievements or qualities. When you excel in your career, it can make others feel as though they are falling behind. They might view your success as a reflection of their own shortcomings. This is particularly evident in professional environments, where competition is fierce. The envious colleague might spread rumors or undermine your efforts, not because of any wrongdoing on your part, but because your success shines a light on their perceived failures. As Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." When people allow envy to govern their actions, they rob themselves of contentment and the opportunity to learn from others' successes. Envy is not just about material wealth or achievements. It can also arise from personal qualities. You might have a charismatic personality, a positive outlook, or a happy family life that others envy. These intangible qualities can be even more provoking for envious individuals because they are harder to quantify and often seem unattainable. Envy, in this context, can lead to strained relationships and social tensions. It's important to remember that everyone has their own struggles, and that what might seem perfect on the outside often hides inner battles. In conclusion, envy is a natural but destructive emotion that arises from comparison and a sense of inadequacy. Whether it's because of material possessions, achievements, or personal qualities, understanding the roots of envy can help us address it constructively. By embracing gratitude, focusing on personal growth, and recognizing our unique journeys, we can overcome envy and find contentment in our own lives. Remember, the path to happiness lies within, and it's shaped by our thoughts and attitudes. Two, because they think you don't deserve it. When people believe that your success or happiness is unearned or undeserved, it can ignite envy. This perception can arise from their own biases or misunderstandings of the hard work and sacrifices you have made. They might think your achievements are the result of luck, favoritism, or circumstances rather than merit. This skewed view can lead to resentment and envy, as they feel their own efforts have gone unrewarded while you seem to have things handed to you. The key to addressing this issue is transparency and humility. By sharing your journey, struggles, and the effort you've invested in achieving your goals, you can help others see the reality behind your success. Moreover, maintaining humility and acknowledging the support and opportunities you've received can disarm envy and foster understanding. Have you ever felt that someone seemed to envy you for what you have achieved? It's a common feeling, one that many people experience but seldom talk about. Imagine this scenario. You're celebrating a recent promotion at work. It's a moment of joy and pride for you, but you notice a colleague, usually quite friendly, has become distant. This colleague might think you don't deserve this success, perhaps believing you were just lucky or favored by the boss. It's frustrating because they don't see the countless late nights you spent working, the weekends you sacrificed, or the stress you managed. This situation is often rooted in misunderstandings and biases. People tend to create narratives based on limited information. They might only see the final product of your hard work, not the process. They might assume your success came easily, without recognizing the sweat and tears behind it. This can be particularly true in our social media-driven world, where we often see only the highlight reels of others' lives, not the challenges and efforts that went into those moments of success. To counter this, transparency is essential. Share your story with others. Let them know about the obstacles you faced and how you overcame them. For instance, when you talk about your promotion, mention the specific projects that were particularly challenging or the skills you had to learn and master. Be open about the moments of doubt and the support you received from mentors or colleagues. This not only humanizes your success, but also makes it more relatable. It shows that you didn't just wake up one day and find success waiting for you. You worked hard for it, just like anyone else would. Humility plays a crucial role in this as well. Acknowledge the help you received along the way. Maybe your family provided emotional support during tough times, or a mentor offered invaluable advice that guided you. Recognizing these contributions doesn't diminish your achievements. Instead, it highlights the collaborative effort that often goes into success. It also helps others see that success is not a zero-sum game. There is enough room for everyone to succeed. Let me share a story to illustrate this. A friend of mine, Alex, is a successful entrepreneur. He started his own tech company from scratch. When his company hit a major milestone, some of his peers became envious, thinking Alex had it easy because of his charming personality and extensive network. What they didn't know was the amount of hard work and resilience it took. Alex was open about his journey, sharing stories of the nights he barely slept, the constant pressure of meeting deadlines and the times he faced near failure. He also made sure to credit his team and mentors, making it clear that his success was a team effort. This transparency and humility not only diminished the envy, but also inspired others. So how can you apply this to your own life? Start by being open about your experiences. If you've achieved something significant, don't be afraid to share the hard work behind it. Use your story to educate and inspire. Ask yourself, what part of my journey can others learn from? Engage your audience with questions like, have you ever faced a similar challenge? Or, what strategies have helped you overcome obstacles? This not only makes your success story more engaging, but also creates a sense of community and shared experiences. In the end, the lesson is clear. Transparency and humility can turn envy into admiration and even inspiration. By being open about your journey and acknowledging the help you've received, you can foster a more understanding and supportive environment. Remember, your success is a testament to your hard work and the support of those around you. Share that journey, and you'll find that envy can be transformed into something much more positive. Reason 3. Because they don't want to feel inferior to you. Have you ever wondered why some people just can't seem to be happy for you? Often it's because they don't want to feel inferior. Envy frequently emerges when individuals compare themselves to others and feel like they come up short. If someone thinks your achievements, talents, or qualities make their own seem less significant, it can stir up powerful, envious emotions. This is especially common in competitive settings like the workplace or within social groups where comparisons are inevitable and often relentless. Your success might make them feel inadequate, questioning their self-worth and abilities. When others see you thriving, they might struggle internally, fearing they don't measure up. But how can we address this issue and help others feel more secure? To mitigate this, it's important to foster a collaborative and supportive atmosphere. When you celebrate the achievements of those around you and foster a team-oriented environment, you help diminish the sense of inferiority. Acknowledge and praise the unique strengths and contributions of others. For example, think about how you feel when someone genuinely appreciates your hard work and talents. It boosts your confidence, doesn't it? By doing the same for others, you can create a more balanced and harmonious atmosphere. Consider this. What if every time you succeeded, you also made an effort to uplift someone else? Wouldn't that create a ripple effect of positivity and encouragement? As the great Maya Angelou once said, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. By sharing the spotlight and encouraging others, you not only reduce envy, but also foster a supportive network where everyone can thrive. It's also helpful to engage in open conversations about success and self-worth. Ask yourself and others, Why do we feel threatened by others' achievements? What insecurities are we harboring that cause us to compare ourselves so harshly? By addressing these questions, you can help others, and yourself, understand that everyone has their own path and timeline for success. Remember, fostering an environment where people feel valued and appreciated for their unique contributions can significantly reduce feelings of envy. When individuals feel secure in their own worth, they're less likely to compare themselves to others negatively. How might your workplace or social circle change if everyone felt genuinely supported and acknowledged? So the next time you notice someone acting enviously, take a moment to reflect on how you can contribute to a more collaborative and supportive environment. Celebrate their successes as you would your own, and recognize the incredible strengths they bring to the table. By doing so, you'll help create a space where everyone feels uplifted and less inclined to compare themselves unfavorably to others. In the end, it's about building each other up, not tearing each other down. As the famous proverb goes, "A rising tide lifts all boats." When we support one another, we all rise together, creating a more positive, less envious world. How will you contribute to lifting those around you today? If you've watched up to this point, you're already uncovering the 7 reasons why some people are always envious of you. Comment below with "No more envy" to affirm your understanding and commitment to overcoming this challenge. Don't go anywhere. There's a wealth of insight still to come. Stay until the end to discover powerful strategies to handle envy and elevate your life. 4. Because they crave attention. Envy can often be driven by a deep-seated desire for attention and validation. When people see you basking in recognition, praise, or admiration, it can trigger feelings of being overlooked or undervalued. This craving for attention isn't just a minor annoyance, it's a powerful force that can lead to significant resentment and jealousy. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When someone's thoughts are consumed by envy, it colors their entire perception of your success. To better understand why this happens, let's delve deeper into the psychology behind envy. People who crave attention often feel an intrinsic lack of self-worth. This deficiency makes them overly sensitive to the achievements of others, particularly when those achievements are recognized and celebrated by a wider audience. They might think, "Why not me?" or "I deserve that too," without realizing that such thoughts only breed further dissatisfaction. In modern society, where social media amplifies every accolade, this yearning for validation becomes even more pronounced. Each like, comment, or share on your achievements can feel like a personal slight to those craving the same recognition. But why do some people crave attention so intensely? It often stems from past experiences where they felt neglected or undervalued. Childhood dynamics, social interactions, and even professional environments can contribute to this longing. If someone grows up constantly striving for approval yet never quite receiving it, this need for validation can follow them into adulthood. They start to measure their worth based on external recognition rather than internal fulfillment. As Seneca wisely stated, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This craving creates a perpetual state of dissatisfaction, making it nearly impossible for them to be genuinely happy for others. When you encounter envy from such individuals, it's crucial to maintain a balanced perspective. Recognize that their envy is more about their internal struggles than your actions. By understanding this, you can navigate these interactions with empathy rather than frustration, offer words of encouragement, and avoid flaunting your successes unnecessarily. This doesn't mean downplaying your achievements, but rather being mindful of how they might impact those around you. After all, true confidence doesn't require constant validation from others. It thrives in a quiet, self-assured manner. Moreover, in the age of social media, where personal and professional lives often intertwine, being aware of how your online presence affects others is crucial. Share your milestones and successes, but do so with a sense of humility and gratitude. Acknowledging the contributions of others and celebrating their successes can help mitigate feelings of envy. This approach not only fosters a positive environment, but also strengthens your relationships. 5. Because they are dissatisfied with their own lives. When people are dissatisfied with their own lives, it's often a root cause of envy. Imagine someone who feels unfulfilled, weighed down by unmet goals, unfulfilled dreams, or ongoing struggles. When they see you thriving, your success can inadvertently highlight their own areas of discontent, making them feel even worse about their situation. This sense of envy isn't really about you. It's about their own internal battles. Recognizing this can help you respond with empathy and support. Think about a friend who has always dreamed of starting their own business, but hasn't been able to make it happen yet. They watch you climb the career ladder, secure promotions, and achieve your goals. While they're genuinely happy for you, they can't help but feel a twinge of envy because your success reminds them of their own unfulfilled aspirations. It's not that they begrudge you your achievements, it's just that your progress is a stark contrast to their stagnation. To address this, it's essential to approach the situation with understanding and compassion. When you sense envy from someone, instead of feeling hurt or defensive, try to put yourself in their shoes. Recognize that their feelings are more about their own struggles and less about your worth or actions. Respond with kindness and offer your support. Encourage them to chase their dreams and provide any help or advice you can. Sometimes all they need is a little boost or some positive reinforcement to get back on track. Imagine another scenario where a colleague is visibly envious of your recent successes. Instead of letting this strain your relationship, have an open and honest conversation with them. Share your own challenges and setbacks to show them that success isn't always a straight path. By being vulnerable, you can bridge the gap and help them see that everyone faces difficulties. This can foster a more supportive and collaborative environment, reducing feelings of envy. Additionally, consider how you can actively support those around you. If you know someone is struggling, offer to help them with their goals. Maybe they need a sounding board for their ideas or someone to hold them accountable. Your encouragement can make a significant difference. Sometimes, people just need to know that someone believes in them and their abilities. In the end, the goal is to foster a community where people support and uplift each other rather than tearing each other down. By addressing envy with empathy and support, you can help others find satisfaction in their own lives and reduce the negative impact of envy. Encourage those around you to pursue their passions, offer your support, and celebrate each other's successes. This way, everyone can thrive together, creating a positive and nurturing environment. Remember, your success is not just a reflection of your hard work, but also an opportunity to inspire and uplift others. By approaching envy with empathy and support, you can turn it into a powerful tool for personal and collective growth. 6. Because they have unrealistic expectations. Some people may always seem envious of you because of their unrealistic expectations. When people have unrealistic expectations, they often set impossible standards for themselves, leading to feelings of inadequacy and envy when they see others, like you, achieving success. This mindset causes them to compare their progress to an idealized version of what they believe they should accomplish, making your achievements a source of their frustration. Consider the quote by Theodore Roosevelt: "Comparison is the thief of joy." When people compare themselves to others, especially when their expectations are unrealistic, they rob themselves of happiness. They might look at your success and feel that they should be in the same place, without considering the different circumstances and efforts that have shaped each person's journey. To help manage these unrealistic expectations, it is crucial to set achievable goals and remember that everyone's path is unique. Encouraging others to focus on their personal growth rather than constantly measuring themselves against others can significantly reduce feelings of envy. It is about recognizing and celebrating individual achievements, no matter how small they may seem. After all, each step forward is progress, and appreciating the unique path everyone takes can help foster a more positive outlook. The seamless flow from recognizing the root cause of envy to offering practical advice on managing expectations helps to keep the audience engaged and provides them with valuable insights. By addressing these feelings and offering strategies to cope, you can help create a more supportive and understanding environment where people celebrate each other's successes rather than feeling threatened by them. In summary, people's envy often stems from unrealistic expectations and constant comparisons. By setting realistic goals and appreciating each individual's unique journey, we can reduce these feelings of envy. Engaging with others through open-ended questions and reflective discussions can foster empathy and understanding, creating a more supportive community where everyone can celebrate their progress and success. 7. Because they are influenced by social pressure. Social pressure is a significant factor contributing to envy. In today's world, where social media and societal expectations often dictate how we measure success, it's easy to feel envious when others seem to be doing better. People can feel pressured to conform to specific standards of success, such as having a high-paying job, a perfect family, or a luxurious lifestyle. When they perceive that you have achieved these socially endorsed milestones, it can trigger feelings of envy and inadequacy. Consider how social media platforms amplify this pressure. They often present a curated view of others' lives, showcasing only the highlights and successes while concealing the struggles and failures. This creates an unrealistic benchmark for success and can make people feel like they are constantly falling short. When they see your accomplishments, they might feel pressured to keep up, leading to envy and resentment. Let's explore a scenario to illustrate this point. Imagine you're at a family gathering, and a relative constantly compares their life to yours. They might feel pressured to meet certain expectations, such as having a successful career or a happy family, and seeing you achieve these can intensify their envy. Instead of resenting them, acknowledge the social pressures they might be facing and approach the situation with empathy. To help others navigate social pressure, encourage open conversations about the realities behind success. Share your own challenges and the less glamorous aspects of your achievements. This transparency can help demystify the notion of a perfect life and make others feel less isolated in their struggles. Ask questions like, "What challenges have you faced on your journey?" or "How do you deal with societal expectations?" These discussions can foster a sense of community and mutual understanding. Moreover, it's crucial to create a supportive environment where achievements are celebrated without comparison. Recognize and appreciate the unique strengths and contributions of those around you. For instance, if a friend is feeling envious of your success, remind them of their own accomplishments and the value they bring to the table. This approach can help shift the focus from comparison to collaboration, reducing the impact of social pressure. In conclusion, social pressure is a significant driver of envy, but by recognizing its influence and fostering open, supportive environments, we can mitigate its effects. Encourage transparency, celebrate unique achievements, and engage in open discussions to help others navigate the challenges of societal expectations. By doing so, we can create a more empathetic and understanding world where success is celebrated without comparison. Thank you for watching today's video on 13 ways to recognize envy and falsehood in others, from Marcus Aurelius's Stoic Wisdom. I hope you found these insights valuable and are inspired to apply these principles to your daily life. Remember, by recognizing and understanding envy and falsehood, we can foster healthier relationships and create a more positive and supportive community. As you reflect on what you've learned today, consider how you can use these Stoic lessons to enhance your personal growth and happiness. How will you apply these insights to navigate envy and falsehood in your life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your journey can inspire others. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Stoic In Your Life for more content on Stoicism and personal growth, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest uploads. Let's build a community dedicated to inner peace, wisdom, and resilience. Thank you for being part of this journey, and see you in the next video. Facts only. 2% of men know Stoicism. Welcome to our channel. Today we're delving into the profound wisdom of Stoicism and uncovering insights that only a small fraction of men truly understand. These insights have the potential to transform your life, bringing you peace, resilience, and a deeper sense of purpose. Let's dive into these powerful truths. 1. The power of perception. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the power of perception. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This highlights a fundamental Stoic principle. Our perception shapes our reality. Imagine a scenario where you're facing a significant setback at work. Perhaps you didn't get the promotion you were aiming for. It's easy to fall into a spiral of negativity, but a Stoic would urge you to reconsider your perception. Instead of seeing this as a failure, view it as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. By changing your perspective, you can transform a seemingly negative event into a powerful learning experience. This principle isn't just theoretical, it's practical and applicable in everyday life. For instance, think about the last time you faced a personal challenge. How did your perception of the event shape your emotional response? By adopting a Stoic perspective, you can reassess your reaction, looking beyond immediate emotions to understand deeper reasons and potential benefits that these challenges can bring. One real-life example involves a man who lost his job during an economic downturn. Initially, he saw this as a devastating blow. However, by shifting his perception, he viewed it as an opportunity to pursue a passion project he had always put off. This change in perspective not only helped him cope with the loss, but eventually led to a successful new career path. 2. Mastering emotions. Another key aspect of Stoicism is mastering emotions. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "He who is brave is free." This quote emphasizes that true freedom comes from controlling our emotions, rather than being controlled by them. Emotional mastery involves constant vigilance over one's thoughts and reactions. It means observing each emotion as it arises, understanding its origin, and deciding how to respond. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather managing them in a healthy, constructive manner. Consider a situation where someone criticizes you harshly. The initial reaction might be anger or defensiveness. A Stoic approach would be to pause and reflect before reacting. Ask yourself, why does this criticism bother me? Is there any truth to it? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values and maintains my inner peace? A practical example of this can be seen in a man who, after years of struggling with anger issues, decided to adopt Stoic practices. By consistently observing and reflecting on his emotional responses, he gradually learned to respond to provocation with calmness and rationality. This not only improved his relationships, but also his own sense of well-being. In what ways do you think mastering your emotions could impact your relationships with others? 3. The strength of resilience. Resilience is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Epictetus famously said, "This teaches us that true resilience comes from focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot." Resilience involves embracing challenges as inherent parts of life and viewing them as opportunities for growth. When we face adversity, the Stoic approach is to seek the lessons embedded within the experience. This mindset transforms obstacles into catalysts for personal enrichment and strength. Consider someone who experiences a significant financial loss. Instead of succumbing to despair, a Stoic would focus on the lessons that can be learned from the experience. What went wrong? How can future risks be mitigated? This proactive approach not only aids in recovery, but also builds a stronger, more resilient character. In everyday life, resilience can be seen in the way people handle personal crises, such as health issues or relationship problems. By viewing these challenges through a Stoic lens, individuals can find the strength to endure and even thrive in the face of adversity. 4. Philosophical self-sufficiency. Philosophical self-sufficiency is about finding happiness and peace within oneself rather than relying on external factors. Marcus Aurelius stated, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This quote underscores the Stoic belief that our inner state is the true source of our well-being. Self-sufficiency means recognizing that our capacity for happiness lies in our own hands. It's about understanding that external circumstances, such as wealth or social status, are fleeting and beyond our control. Instead, we should focus on cultivating a disciplined and well-ordered mind. Imagine a man who measures his self-worth by his job title or income. When these external factors fluctuate, so does his sense of happiness. A Stoic perspective would encourage him to shift his focus inward, to the quality of his thoughts and actions. By doing so, he can achieve a more stable and enduring sense of fulfillment. A real-life example involves a person who, after years of chasing material success, found true contentment in simplifying his life and focusing on personal growth and relationships. This shift not only brought him inner peace but also enriched his interactions with others. 5. The value of silence. Silence is a powerful tool in Stoicism. It is better to be silent and be than to speak and not be, Epictetus taught. Silence allows for introspection, mental clarity, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. In today's noisy world, finding moments of silence can be challenging but incredibly rewarding. Silence provides the space to reflect on our actions, assess our goals, and connect with our inner values. It's during these quiet moments that we can gain the wisdom and tranquility needed to navigate life's complexities. Consider someone who takes a few minutes each day to sit in silence and reflect. This simple practice can lead to profound insights and a greater sense of calm. By incorporating periods of silence into our daily routine, we can distance ourselves from the demands of the external world and reconnect with our inner selves. One practical example is a man who, amidst a busy career and family life, dedicated time each morning to silent reflection. This practice not only helped him manage stress, but also improved his decision-making and overall sense of well-being. 6. Living with purpose. Living with purpose is a central tenet of Stoicism. Seneca once said, "Only that which is virtuous is useful." This means that true utility and value come from actions that align with moral and virtuous principles. Living purposefully involves making decisions that reflect our core values and striving to contribute positively to society. It's about focusing on what truly matters and resisting the distractions that deviate us from our virtuous path. Consider someone who decides to volunteer their time to help others. This purposeful action not only benefits the community but also brings a deep sense of fulfillment and alignment with their values. By living with purpose, we can navigate life more effectively and with significant peace of mind. In another example, a man might choose to simplify his life, reducing excess and focusing on meaningful activities that align with his values. This not only enhances his personal satisfaction, but also sets a positive example for those around him. 7. Minimalism and contentment. Minimalism in Stoicism is about desiring less and appreciating what we have. Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This philosophy teaches that true contentment comes from within. Adopting a minimalist approach allows us to focus on what truly matters, freeing us from the distractions and demands of consumption. By simplifying our lives, we make room for personal development, meaningful relationships, and the pursuit of a greater purpose. Consider someone who decides to downsize their home and reduce their possessions. This shift not only simplifies their life but also brings a greater sense of freedom and contentment. By valuing what we have and desiring less, we can achieve true happiness. A real-life example is a man who, after years of accumulating material wealth, found greater joy in living simply and focusing on personal growth and connections with others. This approach not only enriched his life but also inspired those around him. 8. The beauty of routine. Routine is essential in Stoicism for cultivating discipline and maintaining mental clarity. Epictetus taught, "Focus on performing what lies before you well, and the rest will follow." This highlights the importance of a structured daily routine, which helps minimize distractions and ensures consistent performance in all areas of life. Implementing a daily routine provides a solid foundation for personal and professional growth. By establishing regular activities, we can reduce anxiety and increase our ability to handle unforeseen events with calmness and deliberation. A well-structured routine acts as a guiding framework that not only organizes our day, but also aligns our actions with our values and goals. Consider a man who starts his day with a set routine of exercise, meditation, and planning. This morning ritual sets a positive tone for the rest of the day, enhancing his productivity and overall sense of well-being. By following a routine, he is able to focus on what truly matters and avoid the distractions that can derail his progress. Routine also reinforces self-discipline, a virtue highly valued in Stoic philosophy. Discipline is not seen as a restriction but as freedom. Freedom from procrastination, chaos, and lack of direction. By mastering our daily actions, we affirm our control over our lives, which in turn fuels our self-efficacy and confidence. A practical example can be found in a man who, after struggling with procrastination and disorganization, adopted a daily routine. By setting specific times for work, leisure, and self-care, he found that he could accomplish more with less stress. This structure not only improved his efficiency but also his mental clarity and emotional stability. The predictability of daily activities can generate a sense of security and control, aspects that are particularly valuable in times of uncertainty or stress. By knowing what to expect each day, we reduce anxiety and increase our ability to handle unforeseen events in a more calm and deliberate manner. Furthermore, routine supports the cultivation of healthy habits. By embedding positive behaviors into our daily schedule, we make them automatic, reducing the mental effort required to maintain them. This creates a virtuous cycle, where discipline leads to habits and habits reinforce discipline. In a world where unpredictability and chaos often dominate, a well-established routine can be a source of stability and peace. It allows us to navigate our lives with greater intention and purpose, ensuring that we make the most of each day. 9. Decisions and the common good. Within Stoic philosophy, the ethics of decision-making transcend personal interests, extending deeply into the realm of the common good. Marcus Aurelius, a central figure in Stoic thought, reminded us, "What is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee." This perspective encourages us to consider the broader impact of our choices, promoting a sense of shared responsibility and community. By making decisions with consideration for others, Stoics adopt a view of interconnectedness, recognizing that individual well-being is inextricably linked to the collective. This approach fosters a sense of community and helps build a solid foundation for more equitable and sustainable social relations. It underscores the importance of aligning personal decisions with the greater good, ensuring that our actions benefit not only ourselves, but also the larger community. Consider a business leader who prioritizes ethical practices and the well-being of their employees over short-term profits. This decision, guided by Stoic principles, not only benefits the company by creating a positive work environment, but also sets a standard for others to follow. It demonstrates that ethical considerations can lead to long-term success and sustainability, contributing to a more just and harmonious business landscape. In another example, think of a man who, when faced with a community issue, chooses to volunteer his time and resources to help. His decision to engage in community service not only addresses the immediate problem, but also strengthens the social fabric, fostering a sense of solidarity and mutual support. This act of selflessness not only benefits others, but also enriches his own life, providing a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Stoic ethics in decision-making also encourage deep reflection on the consequences of our actions. Rather than acting on impulse or based on immediate personal desires, Stoics are urged to consider how their choices will affect others in the long term. This deliberation process ensures greater fairness in actions and promotes a society where decisions are made with wisdom and foresight. Furthermore, by adopting this ethical approach, Stoics reinforce the concept that true freedom and independence are not achieved in isolation, but are attained through active contribution to the collective well-being. Only by living for others can one find oneself. A modern Stoic might reflect, highlighting the interdependence between self-improvement and community service. By prioritizing the collective good, leaders can foster a more just and compassionate world, promoting policies and practices that prioritize ethics, justice, and social harmony. Adopting Stoic principles can transform your personal journey and influence your interactions with others. We encourage you to reflect on these insights and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more content that can transform your life. 10. Continuous learning. Continuous learning is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the relentless pursuit of knowledge and self-improvement. The greater the difficulty, the greater the glory in surmounting it, Epictetus affirmed. This pursuit isn't just about intellectual growth. It's about enriching our lives and preparing ourselves to face life's complexities with greater competence and equilibrium. Consider the mindset of a lifelong learner. This individual constantly seeks to expand their understanding of the world, whether through reading, engaging in thoughtful discussions, or learning new skills. This commitment to learning isn't confined to formal education, but is a daily practice that keeps the mind sharp and open to new ideas. In practical terms, continuous learning can transform how we approach challenges. Imagine facing a new daunting project at work. A Stoic would view this as an opportunity to learn and grow, rather than as a threat. By embracing the challenge and seeking to learn from it, we not only improve our skills but also build resilience and confidence. A man who, after experiencing a major career setback, decided to return to school to acquire new skills. This decision, driven by a commitment to continuous learning, not only revitalized his career, but also reinvigorated his passion for personal development. The knowledge he gained equipped him to better navigate future challenges and to approach life with a renewed sense of purpose. Continuous learning also fosters mental flexibility, which is crucial in a constantly changing world. By remaining open to new ideas and perspectives, we can adapt our beliefs and behaviors more effectively, ensuring that our actions remain aligned with moral principles and practical realities. For example, consider someone who makes it a habit to read diverse books and engage in discussions that challenge their viewpoints. This practice not only broadens their understanding, but also enhances their ability to empathize with others. Such mental agility is invaluable in both personal and professional settings, allowing us to navigate complex situations with wisdom and grace. In another instance, think about a man who consistently seeks feedback and is willing to learn from his mistakes. This approach not only helps him improve his performance but also builds stronger relationships, as others see him as approachable and committed to growth. By dedicating ourselves to continuous learning, we not only enhance our own lives, but also set a positive example for others. This commitment to self-improvement can inspire those around us to embark on their own journeys of growth and discovery. 11. Genuine human connection. While Stoicism often emphasizes resilience and self-control, it also places a high value on genuine human connections. Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "We are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids." This highlights that true communication and connection with others are not just desirable, but essential for a fulfilling life. Genuine human connection is about building relationships grounded in empathy, respect, and sincerity. In our fast-paced, often superficial world, these deep connections provide the support and understanding we need to thrive. By investing in meaningful relationships, we create a network of support that enhances both our personal and communal well-being. Consider the impact of having a close friend or mentor who listens without judgment and offers thoughtful advice. This relationship provides not only emotional support, but also valuable perspectives that help us grow. Genuine connections like these are vital during times of adversity, offering comfort and insight when we need it most. A man who, after moving to a new city, made a conscious effort to build a supportive network. By attending community events, joining local groups, and reaching out to neighbors, he established meaningful connections that provided him with a sense of belonging and support. These relationships not only enriched his life but also helped him navigate the challenges of adapting to a new environment. Building genuine human connections also involves practicing empathy and understanding. When we truly listen to others and seek to understand their experiences, we not only strengthen our relationships but also enhance our own emotional intelligence. This practice is fundamental to creating a supportive and cohesive community. Consider someone who makes an effort to understand their colleagues' perspectives and challenges. By doing so, they foster a more collaborative and harmonious work environment. This approach not only benefits the individual relationships, but also contributes to a more positive and productive organizational culture. In another real-life scenario, a man dedicated time each week to volunteer at a local shelter. This experience allowed him to connect with individuals from diverse backgrounds, deepening his empathy and broadening his understanding of the human condition. These connections enriched his life, providing him with a profound sense of purpose and community. By investing in genuine human connections, we not only improve our own lives, but also contribute to a more compassionate and resilient society. These relationships are the foundation of a strong community, providing the support and understanding needed to face life's challenges together. 12. Acceptance of the inevitable. Acceptance of the inevitable is one of the most profound and challenging aspects of Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Accept without pride, let go without discord." This principle teaches us to embrace what we cannot change with humility and tranquility, focusing our energy on what we can control. This acceptance is not about passive resignation, but about recognizing the limits of our influence and finding peace within those boundaries. By accepting the inevitable, we free ourselves from the burden of futile resistance and redirect our energy towards constructive action. Someone who receives a difficult medical diagnosis, instead of falling into despair, a Stoic would focus on what can be done to manage the condition and improve quality of life. This acceptance allows them to approach the situation with a clear mind and a positive attitude, making the most of the circumstances. A real-life example is a man who faced the sudden loss of a loved one. While the grief was immense, he found solace in accepting the reality of the loss and focusing on cherishing the memories and supporting others affected by the tragedy. This acceptance not only helped him cope with the loss, but also brought him closer to his family and friends. By accepting what we cannot change, we also cultivate resilience. This acceptance involves understanding that while we can't control all aspects of our lives, we can always control our responses. This shift in focus from external circumstances to internal responses is empowering and liberating. Consider someone who experiences a significant career setback. Instead of dwelling on the unfairness of the situation, a Stoic would focus on what can be learned and how to move forward. This proactive approach not only aids in recovery, but also builds a stronger, more resilient character. Another practical example is a man who, after a failed business venture, chose to view the experience as a valuable lesson rather than a defeat. By accepting the loss and focusing on the knowledge gained, he was able to rebuild his career with greater insight and determination. This acceptance turned a potential failure into a stepping stone for future success. Beyond individual benefits, the acceptance of the inevitable has broader implications for relationships and society as a whole. By modeling an approach of acceptance and focus, we demonstrate how serenity can be achieved amidst life's storms, encouraging others to adopt a similar stance in the face of challenges. In a community dealing with natural disasters, leaders who accept the situation and focus on effective response and recovery can inspire resilience and cooperation among residents. This acceptance not only aids in immediate relief efforts, but also strengthens the community's long-term resilience. In conclusion, accepting the inevitable allows us to navigate life with greater peace and effectiveness. This practice, rooted in Stoic philosophy, not only benefits us individually, but also promotes a more compassionate and understanding society. By embracing what we cannot change, we free ourselves to focus on what truly matters, leading to a more fulfilling and harmonious existence. Adopting Stoic principles can transform your personal journey. How do you think Stoic practices can influence your daily life? Leave your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more content that can transform your life. Apply these and be respected by everyone. 10 powerful Stoic lessons. Lesson 1. Keep your calm. Maintaining calmness in the face of disrespect is a fundamental Stoic principle that can significantly impact how others perceive and respect you. When someone disrespects you, it can be tempting to react with anger or frustration. However, staying calm not only helps you manage the situation better, but also commands respect from others. In stressful situations, our natural response is often to fight back or flee. This fight or flight response can lead to actions we might later regret. By keeping your calm, you avoid escalating the conflict and instead create an environment where constructive dialogue is possible. This not only diffuses the immediate tension, but also sets a precedent for future interactions. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This quote emphasizes the importance of not mirroring the negative behavior of those who disrespect you. By maintaining your composure, you demonstrate strength and self-control, qualities that naturally earn respect. Imagine a scenario at work where a colleague openly criticizes your efforts in a meeting. Your initial reaction might be to defend yourself heatedly. Instead, take a deep breath and respond calmly. Acknowledge their point of view and offer to discuss it further after the meeting. This approach not only showcases your professionalism, but also diffuses the potential for an argument. The ability to stay calm under pressure is a skill that can be developed with practice. By consistently applying this principle, you can transform how others see and treat you, paving the way for greater respect and more harmonious relationships. Lesson 2. Reflect on yourself. Self-reflection is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, offering profound insights into how we interact with the world and how we can improve ourselves. This process is not about self-criticism but about understanding and growth. When faced with disrespect, reflecting on yourself can help you navigate the situation more effectively and prevent similar occurrences in the future. The importance of self-reflection. Self-reflection allows you to take a step back and analyze your actions, motivations, and reactions. It helps you understand why certain situations trigger specific responses and what underlying beliefs or insecurities might be at play. This awareness is crucial for personal growth and for fostering healthier relationships. For example, if a friend's comment feels disrespectful, instead of reacting immediately, consider why it affected you so deeply. Was it because it touched on an insecurity? Or perhaps it mirrored a criticism you have of yourself. By identifying these triggers, you can address them constructively. Practical steps for self-reflection. Journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings about a situation can provide clarity. Ask yourself questions like, what exactly happened? How did it make me feel? Why did I react the way I did? What could I have done differently? Meditation. Taking time to meditate can help calm your mind and provide space for introspection. Focus on your breath and let your thoughts flow without judgment. This practice can reveal underlying patterns and help you understand your reactions. Seek feedback. Sometimes an external perspective can provide valuable insights. Talk to a trusted friend or mentor about the situation and ask for their honest feedback. They might see things you've overlooked. Imagine a scenario at work where your manager criticizes your project in front of your colleagues. Initially, you might feel embarrassed and angry. Instead of lashing out or shutting down, take a moment to reflect. Why did this criticism hurt so much? Is there a fear of inadequacy or failure that it triggered? Understanding this can help you address these fears and respond more constructively. For instance, you might realize that you value your manager's approval more than you thought, and this criticism felt like a personal attack. With this insight, you can work on separating your self-worth from external validation, focusing instead on your intrinsic value and the quality of your work. Reflecting on yourself is an ongoing process. By continually examining your actions and reactions, you cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself. This not only helps you handle disrespect with greater poise, but also fosters personal growth and resilience. As you become more self-aware, you'll find it easier to navigate challenging situations and maintain your integrity and composure. Lesson 3. Pause and resist the impulse to react. Reacting impulsively to disrespect often leads to regret and further conflict. Instead, taking a moment to pause and think before responding can make a significant difference. Pausing gives you the chance to gather your thoughts and consider the consequences of your response. It allows you to choose a response that aligns with your values and the outcome you desire. Epictetus, another influential Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote underscores the importance of our reactions in defining the situation. By taking a moment to pause, you can ensure that your reaction is thoughtful and measured. In a heated argument with a loved one, instead of immediately countering their points, take a deep breath and pause. This short break can help you formulate a response that de-escalates the situation and fosters understanding. Resisting the impulse to react immediately is a powerful practice. It not only prevents unnecessary conflict but also demonstrates emotional intelligence and self-control, qualities that earn respect from others. Lesson 4. Use humor or simply smile. Using humor or maintaining a positive attitude can be an effective way to handle disrespect and diffuse tension. Humor, when used appropriately, can lighten the mood and change the dynamics of a disrespectful encounter, making it easier to address the underlying issues without escalating the conflict. The power of humor. Humor can serve as a buffer against negative emotions and help you stay calm and composed. It allows you to address the situation without taking it too personally, showing that you are confident and unshaken by the disrespectful behavior. A well-placed joke or a light-hearted comment can also help to de-escalate the situation and open up a space for more constructive dialogue. Imagine someone makes a sarcastic remark about your work in a meeting. Instead of taking offense, you could respond with a humorous comment that acknowledges the remark without getting defensive. For instance, you might say, "Well, I guess that's one way to look at it. I'll take that as a sign I need more coffee." This response can catch the other person off guard and change the tone of the interaction, making it easier to move forward positively. A simple smile can also go a long way in diffusing tension. Smiling can disarm the other person and show that you are not affected by their negativity. It conveys confidence and self-assurance, making it clear that you are in control of your emotions and the situation. What are some ways you've used humor to diffuse a tense situation? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights might help others find new ways to handle disrespect with grace and wit. Humor and smiling are powerful tools in handling disrespect. They show that you are not easily shaken and that you can rise above negativity. These responses not only help diffuse tension, but also demonstrate emotional intelligence and self-control, qualities that naturally earn respect from others. Lesson 5. Respond with reason, not emotions. Emotional reactions to disrespect can escalate conflicts and damage relationships. Responding with reason and logic, however, can help you navigate these situations more effectively. When you respond with reason, you're able to communicate more clearly and assertively. This approach minimizes misunderstandings and promotes a more rational discussion. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, said, "He who is brave is free." This quote highlights the courage required to stay rational in the face of disrespect. By choosing reason over emotion, you demonstrate bravery and self-discipline. In a situation where a coworker disrespects your ideas, instead of reacting emotionally, calmly present the rationale behind your ideas. This not only strengthens your position, but also shows that you are open to constructive dialogue. Responding with reason rather than emotions is a skill that can be developed. It enables you to handle disrespect in a way that fosters respect and constructive communication. Lesson 6. Embrace acceptance. Acceptance is a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy. It involves acknowledging that you cannot control others' actions or reactions, but you can control your own responses. By embracing acceptance, you let go of unrealistic expectations and focus on what you can control, which helps you maintain inner peace and resilience in the face of disrespect. The power of acceptance. Acceptance is about understanding and acknowledging the reality of a situation without resistance. This doesn't mean condoning disrespectful behavior, but rather recognizing that you cannot change others. What you can change is how you respond to them. This mindset shift allows you to maintain your composure and act in alignment with your values regardless of how others behave. Consider a scenario where a family member consistently disrespects your choices. Perhaps they criticize your career path or lifestyle decisions. Instead of trying to change their opinion or getting into arguments, accept that their views are beyond your control. Focus on maintaining your integrity and responding in a way that aligns with your values. For example, you might say, "I understand that you see things differently, and that's okay. This is important to me, and I'm committed to my path." By accepting their perspective without letting it affect your sense of self-worth, you demonstrate strength and self-assurance. Practical steps for embracing acceptance. Mindfulness. Practice. Regular mindfulness practice can help you stay grounded and present, making it easier to accept things as they are. When faced with disrespect, take a few deep breaths and remind yourself that you can only control your reaction. Reframing. Try to see the situation from a different perspective. Ask yourself what you can learn from the experience or how it can help you grow. This shift in perspective can make it easier to accept and move on. Focus on your values. Remind yourself of your core values and let them guide your response. By acting in alignment with your values, you maintain your integrity and self-respect regardless of how others behave. Acceptance is a powerful tool for managing disrespect. It helps you stay grounded and resilient, which in turn earns you respect from others. By embracing acceptance, you demonstrate emotional maturity and self-control, qualities that are highly respected and admired. Lesson 7. Practice empathy. Empathy involves trying to understand things from another person's perspective. It can transform how you respond to disrespect. By practicing empathy, you can better understand the underlying reasons behind someone's disrespectful behavior. This understanding can help you respond with compassion and patience. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize?" This quote encourages empathy and self-reflection, which are key to responding to disrespect constructively. When a colleague speaks to you rudely, try to understand what might be causing their frustration. Perhaps they are under a lot of stress or facing personal issues. Responding with empathy can help de-escalate the situation and build a bridge for better communication. Empathy is a powerful practice that can transform your interactions with others. By understanding and addressing the root causes of disrespect, you can foster mutual respect and understanding. Lesson 8. Set clear boundaries. Setting boundaries is essential for self-respect and maintaining healthy relationships. Clear boundaries help you communicate what you will and will not tolerate. They protect your well-being and signal to others that you respect yourself. If a friend frequently makes disrespectful jokes at your expense, have a conversation with them about how their behavior affects you. Clearly state your boundaries and what you expect moving forward. Have you ever had to set boundaries with someone? How did it impact your relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments. Setting boundaries is a crucial aspect of self-respect. It helps you maintain your dignity and ensures that others treat you with the respect you deserve. Lesson 9. Choose forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful way to release negative emotions and move forward from disrespect. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning disrespectful behavior, but it does mean letting go of anger and resentment. This frees you from their hold and allows you to focus on positive actions. Epictetus said, "Forgive others for their misdeeds over and over again. This gesture fosters inner ease." This quote highlights the importance of forgiveness in achieving inner peace. If someone has disrespected you, take the time to forgive them. This doesn't mean you have to forget or reconcile, but rather release the negative emotions associated with the incident. This act of forgiveness can bring you inner peace and prevent the incident from impacting your well-being. Forgiveness is a powerful act of self-care. It helps you move past negative experiences and focus on building positive, respectful relationships. Lesson 10. Change your perspective. Changing your perspective is a transformative practice that can help you navigate difficult situations with greater clarity and calmness. It involves stepping back from the immediate moment and looking at the bigger picture, recognizing that everything and everyone eventually changes and passes. This shift in perspective can help you avoid getting caught up in feelings of revenge or anger, and instead respond with wisdom and compassion. Adopting a broader perspective allows you to see beyond the immediate situation and focus on long-term goals and values. It helps you understand that disrespectful behavior from others often stems from their own struggles and insecurities, not a reflection of your worth. Practical steps for changing your perspective. Pause and reflect. When faced with disrespect, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what is really happening here? What might be motivating the other person's behavior. How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values? Seek understanding. Try to understand the other person's perspective. This doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but understanding their point of view can help you respond more effectively. Focus on the bigger picture. Remind yourself of your long-term goals and values. How does this situation fit into the bigger picture of your life? By focusing on what truly matters, you can avoid getting caught up in immediate emotions and respond with wisdom. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote highlights the importance of perspective in shaping our experiences. By changing your perspective, you can transform how you respond to disrespect and other challenges. Changing your perspective is a powerful practice that can help you handle disrespect with grace and poise. It allows you to see beyond the immediate situation and focus on what truly matters, guiding you in responding with wisdom and compassion. By adopting this mindset, you can develop inner strength and resilience, earning the respect and admiration of those around you. Dealing with disrespect can be challenging, but by applying these 10 powerful Stoic lessons, you can handle it with grace and poise. These lessons help you develop inner strength and resilience, enabling you to respond to disrespect constructively and earn the respect of others. The path to inner strength and resilience requires effort and commitment, but the rewards are well worth it. By practicing these Stoic principles, you can live a fulfilling life filled with joy, love, and purpose. So, the next time you encounter disrespect, remember these lessons and apply them in your response. As Epictetus once said, "Some things are in our control, and others are not." Take control of your thoughts and actions, and let the journey towards inner strength and resilience begin. If you watch the video until the end, comment "Armored Wisdom" below. Remember to subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts on these lessons. Your feedback and interaction are invaluable. "12. Genuine signs of intelligence you can't fake." As renowned philosopher Socrates once said, "Wisdom begins in wonder." It's not about knowing everything, but rather acknowledging that there's always more to learn. So, are you ready to explore the insatiable curiosity that drives truly intelligent individuals? From asking insightful questions to diving deep into new and exciting topics, curiosity is the fuel that propels us forward on our quest for knowledge. Join us on this enlightening journey as we delve into the depths of open-mindedness, adaptability, and empathy. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know which sign of intelligence resonates with you the most. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more insightful content. Together, let's unlock the secrets to a brighter, more fulfilling future. One, insatiable curiosity. In a world increasingly obsessed with the facade of intelligence, it's vital to discern the authentic markers that cannot be feigned. True intelligence, elusive and profound, reveals itself not through a parade of facts, but through the subtler signs of curiosity, humility, and continuous learning. You might initially think that projecting an image of omniscience is impressive, hinting at a vast intellect. However, the truly astute individuals are those who openly acknowledge their limitations. This admission is not merely a display of humility, but a testament to their relentless pursuit of knowledge. "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing," Socrates once declared, encapsulating the essence of intellectual humility. Such individuals are characterized by their propensity to ask penetrating questions that cut to the heart of the matter. They invest countless hours delving into new and exhilarating subjects, displaying an insatiable thirst for knowledge that extends far beyond the confines of conventional learning. This ongoing quest for understanding ensures that their intellectual growth never stagnates. Expanding further, one of the profound signs of intelligence is the ability to listen intently and learn from every situation and person. Intelligent people are not just book smart. They are perceptive in reading the environment and the emotions of those around them. This emotional acuity enables them to navigate complex social dynamics adeptly, enriching their personal and professional relationships. Moreover, intelligent individuals often exhibit a versatility in thinking that enables them to approach problems from multiple angles. They possess the agility to shift perspectives and consider alternative solutions, a skill that is increasingly valuable in our complex, interconnected world. Their decisions are usually well-informed and deeply considered, reflecting a balanced synthesis of emotional and rational intelligence. Now, consider the professional world where adaptability and learning agility are paramount. In such environments, the ability to continuously learn new skills and adapt to changing circumstances distinguishes the truly intelligent. This adaptability is not merely about acquiring knowledge, but about applying it judiciously and creatively in various contexts. In conclusion, the journey of genuine intelligence is continuous and unassuming. It is marked by a relentless quest for knowledge, humility in the face of the unknown, and the adaptability to change with the times. As we navigate through life's complexities, let us embrace these traits, enriching not only our own lives but also those of the people around us. In the words of Albert Einstein, the measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Let this be the guiding principle in our pursuit of true wisdom. 2. Open-mindedness. You see, it's not about wielding your beliefs as a badge of identity, but about embracing the flexibility of thought. Have you ever noticed how some people cling to their viewpoints as if they were life rafts? Intelligent individuals, on the other hand, approach their beliefs with a sense of curiosity and a willingness to explore and reconsider. Consider, for instance, the way a seasoned business leader navigates a critical board meeting. Rather than stubbornly pushing their agenda, they listen attentively to different viewpoints, weighing each one before contributing their own insights. This isn't about being indecisive. It's about being thorough and thoughtful. They understand that to make sound decisions, one must see the full spectrum of possibilities and understand the nuances of each option. Why do you think this quality is so revered? It's because open-mindedness leads to better outcomes. It fosters an environment where ideas can be exchanged freely, leading to innovative solutions that wouldn't be possible in a more restrictive setting. How often have you changed your perspective after receiving new information? It's this ability to adapt and learn that not only keeps our intellect sharp, but also makes us more effective in our personal and professional lives. So, what can we take away from this? Being open-minded doesn't mean you don't have strong beliefs or that you always conform to the majority view. It means you are open to understanding different perspectives and are prepared to adjust your views when presented with new, convincing evidence. It's a sign of intelligence that is increasingly critical in our interconnected world, where the only constant is change. In embracing open-mindedness, you are not showing weakness, but strength. The strength to challenge your own ideas, to grow, and to continuously evolve. How will you apply this trait in your life today? 3. Being the silent type. In our bustling world of constant chatter and noise, it's easy to misunderstand the value of silence and the quiet ones among us. These individuals are often pegged as antisocial, socially awkward, or simply odd. Yet this assessment misses a critical point. Silence can be a powerful indicator of deep intelligence. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind, Albert Einstein once remarked, highlighting that silence is not merely emptiness, but a space brimming with potential. Consider for a moment how a quiet person navigates social settings. They might not dominate the conversation at gatherings, and it's not because they lack things to say, but because they are carefully observing and listening. This deliberate and discerning approach allows them to assess the dynamics and intricacies of the environment, choosing to engage only when they find someone truly compelling to talk to. This selective interaction is not a drawback, but a strategic choice, reflecting a mind that values quality over quantity in communication. When quiet individuals do choose to speak, especially in group settings, they prefer to think before they speak, ensuring that their contributions are thoughtful and considered. They see immense value in this pause. It's their way of respecting both the conversation and the people involved. What's more, their aversion to small talk isn't about discomfort, but about preference. They find deep, meaningful conversations much more rewarding than the idle chit-chat that often fills daily interactions. This choice is a testament to their pursuit of substance in exchanges, preferring silence over saying something that does not add value. Why, then, should we reevaluate our view of the quiet ones among us? Because their behavior is an exercise in patience, a deep-seated intelligence that allows them to listen, understand, and then speak with intention. This trait is invaluable, especially in an era where the loudest voice in the room often dominates. But is loudness always a sign of true insight? Let us ask ourselves, how often do we value the thinkers, the observers, the quiet ones in our lives? How can we better appreciate the strength in their silence and the thoughtfulness in their words? By doing so, we not only broaden our understanding of intelligence but also enrich our conversations and relationships. In recognizing the quiet ones, we acknowledge a form of intelligence that does not clamor for attention, but instead commands respect through its depth and authenticity. This acknowledgement is crucial in a world that often misunderstands silence for indifference and contemplation for detachment. So next time you encounter someone quiet, remember the profound possibilities that their silence holds. How will you engage with them to uncover the depth of thought they bring to the table? If you've reached this point, you're on the path to unlocking genuine intelligence. Drop a comment below with, "I am a Stoic," to signify your dedication to this enlightening journey. Stay tuned for more insights and discoveries ahead. Or, high adaptability. We all encounter individuals who respond to life's hurdles with frustration and defeat, but it's how one reacts to these challenges that truly signals deep intelligence. Adaptability is not imitation. It means power of resistance and assimilation. Famously stated by Mahatma Gandhi, perfectly captures the essence of what distinguishes the truly intelligent from the rest. Intelligent people perceive life's complexities as opportunities rather than obstacles. Adaptability, a pivotal aspect of intelligence, involves more than just surviving. It's about thriving in changing circumstances. This capacity to adjust and mold oneself in response to fluctuating environments showcases not just cognitive agility, but profound resilience. Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "The wise adapt themselves to circumstances as water molds itself to the pitcher." Similarly, the intelligent use every twist and turn to sculpt their understanding and approach, viewing each challenge as a chance to grow and refine their strategies. Moreover, resilience, the sister trait of adaptability, is fundamental to this process. It's not just about bouncing back, but also about bouncing forward. Intelligent individuals don't merely recover from setbacks. They extract valuable lessons, applying them to future scenarios to avoid previous pitfalls and enhance their decision-making processes. This proactive adaptation ensures they are not just reacting to life, but actively shaping their journey. In the context of modern life, where change is the only constant, these traits are invaluable. Whether it's shifting career paths, navigating personal relationships, or adjusting to technological advancements, the ability to adapt and rebound is more crucial than ever. How often do we find ourselves facing unexpected changes? How do we respond? Do we retreat in the face of adversity, or do we forge ahead, equipped with new insights and strengthened resolve. The real measure of intelligence, therefore, might not be quantified just by traditional metrics like IQ tests or academic achievements, but by one's ability to navigate through life's unpredictabilities with grace and wisdom. In your own life, consider how you've faced recent challenges. Were you rigid, or did you find a way to adapt? Remember, the goal isn't just to endure, but to emerge stronger, smarter, and more capable than before. So as you move forward, embrace adaptability and resilience not just as survival tactics, but as critical components of your intellectual toolkit. Each challenge you overcome is not just another hurdle passed, but a step forward in your cognitive and personal growth. How will you use your next challenge as a stepping stone to greater wisdom and capability? 5. Strong self-control. Truly intelligent individuals handle such situations differently. They maintain composure and prevent emotions from clouding their judgment, thus steering clear of rash decisions. These individuals embody a level of emotional intelligence that allows them to navigate stressful scenarios by thinking rationally. They take a step back to assess the situation calmly, considering the pros and cons of various responses before acting. This thoughtful approach ensures that they don't succumb to impulsive behaviors like throwing things in frustration or anger. But why is this measured response so important? Consider a typical workplace scenario. A project fails, and the blame game starts. While it's tempting to react defensively, the intelligent person evaluates what went wrong, listens to feedback, and decides how to improve for the next project. This not only prevents the escalation of conflict, but also contributes to a learning environment that fosters growth and resilience. So what can we learn from this approach? It shows us that intelligence isn't just about having a high IQ or vast knowledge. It also involves emotional regulation and the ability to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously. How often do we let our emotions get the better of us? What might change if we took a moment to think before reacting? Embracing this level of self-control and foresight can lead to better outcomes in both personal and professional spheres. By managing our emotions and responses, we build stronger relationships and create a more positive, productive environment around us. What steps will you take to incorporate this intelligent approach into your daily interactions? 6. Ability to acknowledge faults. Consider the nature of ego. It often drives individuals to mask their imperfections, operating under the belief that admitting a mistake is a sign of weakness. This behavior can hinder personal development and lead to a stagnation of character. However, intelligent people approach this differently. They understand that their self-worth is not tied to an infallible persona. A man must be big enough to admit his mistakes, smart enough to profit from them, and strong enough to correct them, as remarked by John C. Maxwell, encapsulates the essence of this intelligent approach. These individuals see mistakes not as threats to their self-image, but as opportunities for growth and learning. This mindset facilitates a healthier relationship with oneself and with others, fostering an environment where open communication and honesty are valued. Think about it. When was the last time you admitted a mistake? Was it a comfortable experience, or did it feel like a challenge to your ego? Intelligent people differentiate themselves by their capacity to detach from their ego when evaluating their actions. This detachment does not mean they lack confidence. Rather, it indicates a profound sense of self-awareness and a commitment to personal integrity. Being honest with oneself and others is not just an act of bravery, it's a testament to one's intelligence. It demonstrates an understanding that true growth stems from recognizing and addressing one's limitations. Now consider how this principle applies in everyday life. In both professional settings and personal relationships, the ability to admit when you're wrong can lead to more meaningful collaborations and deeper connections. It encourages a culture where learning from errors is prioritized over hiding them. How might our workplaces and homes change if everyone adopted this intelligent approach. Moreover, this attribute of intelligence is crucial in today's fast-paced, ever-evolving world. The rapid advancement of technology, the continuous shifts in the job market, and the dynamic nature of global politics all demand an ability to learn quickly and adapt efficiently. Those who can acknowledge their mistakes and learn from them are better equipped to thrive in such environments. In essence, the ability to admit and learn from mistakes is not just a sign of intelligence. It is a fundamental component of effective learning and living. It breeds resilience, fosters innovation, and cultivates sustainable relationships. So I ask you, how will you embrace this aspect of intelligence in your own life? How can you turn your next mistake into a powerful learning opportunity? Thank you for joining us in today's video. Before we move on to the next segment, I'd like to take a moment to express my gratitude to you. It's a pleasure to have you as a member of our community. Please feel free to share your story or personal impressions. Alternatively, if you're unsure of what to say, simply leave a comment saying, "I am a newbie," if you've just joined us, or "I am Stoic," if you've been with us for a while. Your engagement not only signifies your presence, but also serves as a significant motivation for us. All right, let's continue this journey together, shall we? 7. A knack for wit. Studies have illuminated that a sharp wit is not just a social skill but a distinct marker of higher cognitive abilities. Indeed, comedians often score impressively on IQ tests, not solely due to their quick repartee, but because humor demands a complex interplay of processing information, recognizing the unconventional angle, and executing perfect timing, all hallmarks of elevated verbal intelligence and keen perception. The essence of humor lies in its ability to transform the mundane into the extraordinary, to see beyond the apparent and draw connections that escape the ordinary mind. Humor is the correlation between context and incongruity, as eloquently stated by Aristotle, underscores the intellectual agility required to juxtapose disparate ideas to create amusing, often enlightening, perspectives. This knack for seeing things differently is not just about making others laugh. It's about challenging norms, questioning the status quo, and offering new ways to interpret experiences. Consider the role of humor in everyday interactions and its broader implications in realms such as leadership, creativity, and social dynamics. A leader with a sense of humor can diffuse tension, foster a positive workplace atmosphere, and facilitate more open communication among team members. In the creative industries, the ability to inject humor into content can captivate audiences, making messages more memorable and impactful. On a social level, humor bridges gaps, builds bonds, and lightens life's many challenges, making it not only a tool for engagement but also for resilience. The connection between humor and intelligence extends beyond mere anecdote to a robust body of research that highlights how humor supports problem-solving and innovation. The capacity to approach problems with a humorous perspective often leads to novel solutions and ideas that a purely serious mindset might overlook. How often have you found that a lighthearted approach in a tense situation brought unexpected and positive results? Reflecting on this, the next time you encounter humor, consider it not just as a moment of levity, but as a manifestation of a sophisticated intellectual process. How can you cultivate this trait in yourself? Perhaps by not taking things too seriously all the time, by learning to appreciate the irony in situations, or simply by enjoying the humorous moments life offers. Each chuckle or burst of laughter might just be a subtle exercise in brain power, enhancing your cognitive flexibility and breadth of understanding. In conclusion, humor is not merely about entertainment, but is a sophisticated intellectual endeavor that reflects a person's ability to perceive, understand, and manipulate ideas in a way that is both enlightening and engaging. As you navigate through life, how will you use humor to sharpen your mind and lighten your spirit? 8. High creativity. It's said that creativity is one of the highest forms of intelligence because it demands the ability to think outside the conventional bounds and envision possibilities that others may not see. This ability to innovate is not limited to artists or inventors, but is a trait that enhances every aspect of life, from the way problems are solved to how opportunities are seized. Intelligent people are distinguished by their capacity to view situations from multiple perspectives. This flexibility in thought enables them to approach problems uniquely and effectively. They don't just fix issues, they find the most efficient and creative ways to do so, often transforming challenges into opportunities. But how exactly does this process work? It involves a blend of keen observation, a deep understanding of the problem at hand, and a dash of imaginative thinking to connect dots that aren't necessarily laid out in a straightforward path. Consider a tech entrepreneur who sees a gap in the market. Where others see obstacles, they see a roadmap for a new app or technology that could revolutionize how people interact with their environment. This ability to turn visions into reality doesn't come from nowhere. It requires an acute sense of observation, a robust knowledge base, and a curious mind that continually seeks to learn and expand. Now, why should this matter to you? In our rapidly changing world, the ability to adapt creatively to new situations can set you apart in both personal and professional spheres. Creativity leads to better problem solving, enhances your ability to negotiate complex social situations, and can even improve your decision-making processes. Have you ever faced a problem that seemed insurmountable, only to find that a creative approach was the key to unlocking a simple solution? As you reflect on this, consider how you can foster your own creativity. It's not about being born a genius. It's about cultivating an environment and a mindset that encourages creative thinking. What steps will you take to view problems through a creative lens? How will you use creativity to enhance your daily life and the lives of those around you? In essence, creativity is not a mere luxury but a necessity for intelligent living. It's about seeing beyond the surface, connecting seemingly unrelated dots, and crafting solutions that are not just effective, but also innovative and forward-thinking. As you move forward, how will you leverage your creativity to navigate the complexities of modern life? 9. Strong self-identity. This characteristic enables them to have a clear understanding of who they are, encompassing their likes and dislikes, goals and ambitions, as well as strengths and weaknesses. More importantly, this awareness extends to their values and insecurities. Unlike the common misconception that self-aware individuals believe they are flawless, they are actually more attuned to their imperfections and actively embrace them. He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened, said Lao Tzu, emphasizing the deep intelligence embedded in self-awareness. By acknowledging their weaknesses rather than denying them, intelligent people set themselves apart in their personal and professional growth. This acceptance doesn't weaken their sense of self. Rather, it fortifies it, allowing them to remain stable and confident even when faced with personal challenges. It's this secure base in their identity that enables them to approach life with a balanced perspective, continuously working on their shortcomings while also enhancing their strengths. Now, why is this self-awareness so critical? In a world that constantly pushes us toward conformity, having a strong sense of self allows individuals to make choices that are true to their own values and needs rather than merely following trends or others' expectations. This leads to a more authentic and fulfilling life. But how often do we take the time to truly delve into our inner selves? How well do you really know your own strengths and weaknesses, and how do you handle your insecurities? Consider the implications of this self-awareness in your daily interactions and decisions. When you are firmly rooted in a deep understanding of your identity, you're more likely to pursue goals that are in alignment with your true self, leading to greater satisfaction and success. This clarity also enhances your relationships, as you interact with others from a place of authenticity and confidence. Reflecting on this, take a moment to think about how well you truly understand yourself. Are there aspects of your personality you might be ignoring, or features you could embrace more fully? Engaging in this ongoing process of self-discovery is not just an exercise in intelligence but a pathway to a more insightful and enriched life. As you consider these points, think about the ways in which you can foster greater self-awareness, whether it's through reflection, feedback from others, or more structured methods like personality assessments. Each step you take towards understanding yourself better is a step towards living more intelligently. How will you engage with your own self-awareness to improve your life starting today? Thank you for being part of today's video. Before we proceed, I want to thank you for your participation in our community. Feel free to share your thoughts or simply comment. I am a newbie, if you're new, or I am a Stoic, if you've been around. Your interaction is a great source of motivation for us. Let's continue this journey together, shall we? 10. Ability to maintain a variety of interests. Intelligent individuals often stand out not just for their expertise in a single area, but for their vibrant tapestry of diverse interests. They don't confine themselves to just one pursuit. Instead, they thrive on maintaining a variety of interests that span across different domains. This versatility is not merely about staying busy, it's about a continual quest for growth and self-improvement. The mark of a wise man is to entertain a thought without accepting it, as famously stated by Aristotle, reflects the intellectual curiosity and openness that characterize such people. Take, for example, someone who balances a demanding full-time job, nurtures a side business, learns a foreign language, takes music lessons, and even finds time to refinish their wooden furniture. Each of these activities might seem distinct and disconnected, but for the intelligent individual, they represent interconnected avenues of learning and personal development. This breadth of interests not only enhances their skills but also broadens their perspective, making them more adaptable and knowledgeable across various fields. Why do intelligent people gravitate towards such varied pursuits? It's not just about the knowledge gained from each activity, but also about the mental flexibility developed through shifting from one type of task to another. This cognitive flexibility is crucial in today's fast-changing world where the ability to adapt and learn new skills is more valuable than ever. How often do we find ourselves limited by the familiarity of routine, and how might our lives change if we decided to step out of our comfort zones? In addition to fostering intellectual agility, a variety of interests can lead to a more fulfilling life. Engaging in different activities can prevent burnout associated with monotonous routines and can invigorate one's mind and spirit. Each new skill learned or hobby pursued adds another layer to one's capabilities and experiences, enhancing personal satisfaction and self-efficacy. Reflect on your own life for a moment. What are you passionate about, and what new interests could you explore that might not only bring joy but also enhance your intellect? The pursuit of varied interests is not just a hallmark of intelligence, it's a strategy for a richer, more vibrant life. As you consider integrating more diverse activities into your life, remember that the goal isn't just to be busy, but to enrich your understanding and capabilities in a way that keeps life engaging and dynamic. What new interests could you pursue that would challenge you and expand your horizons? 11. Preference for solitude. Think about it this way. In a world buzzing with noise and distractions, finding a quiet corner to collect your thoughts can feel like a luxury. Picture this scenario. You're at a gathering, laughter filling the air, but amidst it all, you crave a moment of peace. It's not about avoiding people. It's about honoring your need to recharge. Now, let's dig a little deeper. Smart individuals get that time is precious. Sure, they cherish their connections, but they also grasp the importance of nurturing their own growth and dreams. Every minute spent socializing is a minute away from personal development. So let me ask you this. When was the last time you took a break from the noise of everyday life? Reflect on how you can weave more moments of solitude into your routine. It's not about shutting the world out. It's about finding harmony, and feeding your soul. In essence, remember this. It's okay to crave solitude in a world that's always buzzing. It's a sign of wisdom, not weakness. So embrace those quiet moments and watch as they empower you to flourish in every aspect of your life. 12. Sensitivity to other people's feelings. As Albert Einstein once said, empathy is patiently and sincerely seeing the world through the other person's eyes. It's not about agreeing with someone or condoning their behavior. It's about understanding them. You see, intelligence isn't just about acing tests or solving complex equations. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is equally crucial. It's the ability to navigate the complexities of human emotions, to connect with others on a deeper level. Think about it. Have you ever been in a situation where someone just gets you? They understand your feelings without you having to say a word. That's the power of empathy, my friend. Now let's unpack this further. A well-developed EQ not only enhances your personal relationships but also impacts your overall well-being. It helps you manage stress more effectively and fosters healthier connections with those around you. But here's the thing. Empathy isn't just a nice-to-have skill. It's a cornerstone of emotional intelligence. When you're sensitive to the feelings of others, you're better equipped to respond in a way that meets their needs and fosters understanding. So, here's a question for you. In your own interactions, how attuned are you to the emotions of those around you? Take a moment to reflect on times when you've shown empathy towards others, and consider how you can further cultivate this essential trait in your daily life. In conclusion, remember this. Intelligence comes in many forms, but one of the most profound manifestations is empathy. So, as you journey through life, strive to not only sharpen your mind, but also nurture your heart. Together, let's create a world where empathy reigns supreme and understanding bridges the gaps between us all. If you found resonance in the insights shared today, I encourage you to engage with us by leaving a comment below and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback is invaluable in fostering meaningful discussions and connections within our community. And if you found value in this exploration of genuine intelligence, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let's continue to amplify the power of empathy and understanding in our daily lives. For more thought-provoking content like this, make sure to subscribe to Stoic In Your Life and turn on notifications. Dive into our other episodes for a wealth of inspiration and wisdom. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and until next time, may you remain curious and compassionate in all your endeavors. Nine Stoic signs that you should end every contact, even if it is your family or a friend. Stoicism. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Marcus Aurelius once said, and part of living in harmony is knowing when to let go of relationships that disrupt our inner peace. Today we're discussing a vital topic. 9 Stoic signs that you should end every contact, even if it is your family or a friend. Have you ever faced a situation where you had to end a relationship for your peace of mind? What was the sign that pushed you to make that decision? Let's discuss and support each other in making these tough choices, because sometimes cutting ties might just be the step you need to take towards true personal freedom and happiness. Stay tuned as we explore these 9 critical signs together. One, avoid people who boast excessively. Boasting is often a mask for insecurity and can distort the reality of our achievements and our human connections. As the Roman philosopher Seneca once advised, associate with people who are likely to improve you. When someone in your circle constantly boasts, it reflects a deeper issue, an attachment to past glories that overshadows the present. This behavior not only strains relationships, but also stunts personal growth by focusing on what was, rather than what is or could be. It begs the question, why do people boast? Often, it's not just to impress others, but to convince themselves of their worth. This excessive self-promotion can be a barrier to genuine self-improvement and meaningful connections. Boasting can turn social interactions into a one-sided affair where conversations revolve around the boaster's achievements, real or exaggerated. This leaves little room for mutual exchange or growth and can lead to a lack of depth in relationships. Think about the last time you conversed with someone who constantly talked about their own successes. Did it feel like a genuine interaction, or did it seem more like a monologue? Moreover, excessive boasting often comes with comparisons that can instill feelings of inadequacy or jealousy in others. This not only affects the emotional climate of interactions, but can also lead to resentment and discomfort. Aristotle noted, "Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow, ripening fruit." Genuine friendships thrive on mutual respect and shared experiences, not on one-upmanship or contests of achievement. It is essential, then, to consider the impact of these relationships on your well-being. Do they inspire you, or do they leave you feeling diminished? Stoicism teaches us the importance of surrounding ourselves with positivity and people who inspire us to be our best selves. If someone's excessive boasting is more discouraging than inspiring, it may be a sign that the relationship lacks the depth and support you need. What can you do if you find yourself in the company of a chronic boaster? First, try steering the conversation towards more inclusive topics that encourage a two-way dialogue. If this approach fails, it might be necessary to reassess the value of maintaining such relationships. As Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, surrounding yourself with people who contribute positively to your thoughts and life is crucial. In conclusion, while we all enjoy celebrating our successes, a life well lived is not measured by a tally of achievements, but by the quality of our relationships and our capacity for personal growth. Excessive boasting can hinder both. So, reflect on this. Are the relationships in your life marked by mutual respect and growth, or are they overshadowed by the constant need for one person to shine? The answer might guide you towards more fulfilling interactions and a more contented life. Remember, true contentment comes from appreciating the present and looking forward to the future, not just reliving past glories. 2. Avoid those who continually complain about themselves. Now let's consider why constant complaining is problematic. Essentially, it sets a tone of negativity that can permeate through all interactions, making it challenging to enjoy any time spent together. Constant complainers often fail to recognize their own role in their misfortunes and instead see themselves as perpetual victims of circumstance. This lack of self-awareness and responsibility can be tiresome, and over time, can transform even the most patient listener into an unwilling emotional dumping ground. Have you ever noticed how you feel after spending time with someone who only talks about their problems? It's likely you feel exhausted, perhaps even somewhat depressed, as if their negativity is contagious. This is not an unusual phenomenon. Emotions can be highly infectious, and continually negative conversations can have a significant impact on your mental well-being. Seneca wisely noted, "Associating with people in large doses is harmful." There is much truth in this when it comes to those who are perpetually dissatisfied. When you find yourself in the company of someone who continually complains, it's important to reflect on the value this relationship adds to your life. Does this person also offer support, joy, or comfort? Or are your interactions overwhelmingly negative? Often, the healthiest choice might be to distance yourself from this constant negativity. It is not only a protective measure for your peace of mind, but also a boundary that could prompt the other person to reflect on how they interact with the world around them. Moreover, think about how this relationship affects your perspective on your own life. Are you finding yourself more cynical, less grateful, or less optimistic than you used to be? The people we surround ourselves with can significantly influence our outlook on life. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If those people are constant complainers, there's a good chance their gloomy outlook could start to darken your own. In resetting your boundaries with chronic complainers, it's crucial to communicate openly and honestly. Perhaps a conversation where you express your feelings could be a wake-up call for them to realize the impact of their behavior. However, remember that you cannot change anyone who does not see an issue in their actions. Sometimes the best course of action is to step back and focus on relationships that are more reciprocally supportive and positive. Now, ask yourself, how many of your current relationships are weighed down by incessant negativity? What changes might you consider to ensure that your emotional environment is one that fosters well-being, growth, and positivity? Remember, it's not just about cutting people out of your life. It's about ensuring that the relationships you choose to invest in are those that bring out the best in both you and your companions. In conclusion, while it's important to be there for friends in need, it's equally important to ensure that you're not being overwhelmed by negativity. Maintaining a balance in relationships where there is mutual sharing of both joys and burdens is key to healthy interactions. So take a moment to reflect on your social circle. Are your relationships draining you or enriching you? The answer to this question could significantly influence your approach to personal interactions and ultimately, your overall happiness. 3. Avoid people who keep talking about the same worries. Have you ever been in a situation where a friend or family member repeats the same worries over and over again? It's a common scenario that many of us face. And while it's natural to seek comfort, there comes a point when endless rumination becomes unproductive and emotionally draining. Stoicism teaches us the value of resilience and the importance of focusing on what we can control. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This principle is particularly relevant when dealing with people who incessantly discuss the same issues without any intent to resolve them or move forward. Such behaviors can create a toxic cycle of negativity that not only hampers their ability to resolve their issues but also begins to weigh heavily on you. Consider this. A friend repeatedly tells you about their unhappiness at work. Each time you meet, the conversation circles back to the same set of frustrations. You offer advice, suggest practical steps, and even help them explore other job possibilities. Despite your efforts, your friend never takes any action and continues to rehash the same complaints. This situation isn't just frustrating, it's also an emotional drain, pulling you into a vortex of negativity that can be hard to escape from. Now, why is it critical to recognize and address such situations? Because, as Epictetus suggests, we are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens to us. When someone focuses solely on their problems without working towards a solution, it not only stagnates their personal growth, but also impacts those around them. As a true friend, your role isn't just to provide a sympathetic ear, but also to encourage positive action. But what can you do if sincere advice and encouragement fall on deaf ears? It might be time to consider setting boundaries. Boundaries are not about pushing people away, but about safeguarding your own emotional health. Engaging in the same repetitive conversations can be exhausting, and it's essential to recognize when to take a step back. Moreover, ask yourself how these interactions affect your view of your own challenges. Do they inspire you to tackle your problems head-on, or do they drag you into a state of inaction? The company we keep has a profound influence on our attitudes and behaviors. As the saying goes, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. If your circle is dominated by individuals who dwell on problems rather than seeking solutions, it might be time to rethink these connections. In conclusion, While empathy and support are crucial components of any relationship, they must be balanced with encouragement towards positive action. If conversations consistently lack this balance, it may be necessary to reevaluate these relationships and prioritize those that contribute to mutual growth and happiness. After all, the goal of friendship should be to lift each other up, not hold each other back. So, reflect on this. Are the conversations with your friends enriching your life, or are they merely adding to your burdens? The answer to this question could guide you towards more fulfilling and supportive relationships. If you've watched until now, you're clearly dedicated to refining your character. Drop a comment below with Elevate to affirm your commitment to high standards. Don't go yet. There's more wisdom to come. 4. Avoid people who take promises lightly or break them easily. Imagine you have a friend or a colleague who frequently makes commitments, yet almost always fails to follow through. Initially, you might excuse these breaches as mere oversights or the result of a busy schedule. However, over time, a pattern emerges that suggests something more ingrained than a packed calendar. This habitual unreliability isn't just an annoying trait. It's a profound statement about how much or how little they value their relationships and the people within them. This situation poses an important question. What does it truly mean to respect someone? At its core, respect involves acknowledging the value of others and treating their time and efforts as precious. When someone habitually breaks promises, they send a clear message that they do not hold your time or your expectations in high regard. It's crucial, then, to recognize this behavior not as a minor flaw, but as a significant insight into their character. Furthermore, in the modern fast-paced world, our time is one of the most valuable assets we have. Every broken promise is not just a missed appointment or a postponed plan. It's a wasted opportunity where you could have engaged in more fulfilling or productive activities. The old adage, "Time is money," rings particularly true here. But it's more than that. Time is also the medium through which we live our lives and realize our true potential. When deciding how to manage relationships with people who frequently break promises, consider the advice of Epictetus. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Listen to their actions as much as you would to their words. Actions, after all, can speak volumes about a person's true priorities and values. If someone's actions consistently show disregard for their commitments, it might be time to reassess their place in your life. What steps can you take if you find yourself repeatedly disappointed by someone's broken promises? First, address the issue directly. Communicating your feelings can sometimes prompt a change. However, if the behavior continues despite your efforts, it may be necessary to create distance. This isn't about holding a grudge, but rather about protecting your own emotional and mental health. In conclusion, while it is human to err and occasionally miss a commitment, a pattern of broken promises should not be overlooked. Reflect on the relationships that consistently bring you peace and those that bring turmoil. Ask yourself, are the people in your life enhancing your journey, or are they hindering it? Choosing to surround yourself with reliable, trustworthy individuals is not only a choice in favor of harmony, but also a profound step toward personal happiness and fulfillment. Remember, every person you allow into your life influences it. Choose those who respect you and your time, and you'll never regret it. 5. Avoid people who don't spend money. Are you constantly finding yourself burdened by relationships that drain more than they nourish? Today we delve into a crucial aspect of personal freedom and mental fortitude, inspired by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants, so taught Epictetus, a sage who understood the true nature of contentment. This lesson leads us to our first sign that it might be time to reassess your connections. Avoid people who focus excessively on money, particularly those who always claim to have none. These individuals often greet others with tales of their perpetual lack of funds. While true financial hardship is certainly respectable and deserves empathy, a pattern of such claims contrasted with a lifestyle of apparent comfort and leisure suggests a deeper issue. This contradiction often unveils a manipulative trait. They enjoy life's pleasures without inhibition, except it seems in your presence. Here they suddenly morph into misers, possibly in hopes of evoking your sympathy or even your wallet. Stoicism teaches us the virtue of reciprocity and mutual respect in relationships. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee." If someone consistently fails to reciprocate your generosity, not just materially, but emotionally, the relationship likely lacks the balance necessary for true camaraderie and longevity. In practical terms, when every encounter with a friend or family member leaves you feeling like an ATM rather than a valued companion, it may be time to draw boundaries. It's essential to recognize that while you can offer support, a relationship should not be a one-way street where you are the only giver. This kind of dynamic can lead to resentment and emotional fatigue, which are antithetical to the Stoic pursuit of tranquility. Consider also the broader implications of such interactions in your life. Seneca wisely noted, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." If your relationships are defined by financial transactions rather than mutual support and affection, they might not be adding the value to your life that friendship should. Remember, true friends rejoice in each other's company without ulterior motives. In conclusion, as you navigate the complex web of personal relationships, seek out those who enrich your life, who provide comfort without keeping score, and who help you grow. These relationships will support you, not just during times of abundance, but crucially, during moments of genuine need. Cut the ties that bind more than they build, and you will find yourself not only lighter, but freer. Freer to pursue a life of contentment and simplicity, hallmarks of the Stoic path to happiness. This approach not only respects the wisdom of the ancients, but also applies their insights into the modern pursuit of a balanced and fulfilling life. 6. If you feel distressed when you meet a friend, avoid that friend. Have you ever left a meeting with a friend feeling worse off than when you arrived? This sense of distress is not just a fleeting emotion. It could be a significant indicator that something fundamental in the relationship has shifted. Consider this scenario. At first, spending time with a particular friend is enjoyable. Your meetings are filled with laughter and mutual understanding. However, as time progresses, you start to notice that each encounter leaves you feeling more drained than the last. This shift might not just be a coincidence. People change, and so do their paths in life. What once was a source of joy and camaraderie may evolve into something that no longer fits with who you are today. Reflect on your feelings. Do you feel a sense of dread when planning to meet them? Does the thought of spending time with them sap your energy? These feelings are clear signals. Marcus Aurelius once advised, "People exist for the sake of one another. Teach them then or bear with them." But what if the teaching and bearing become too burdensome? It's at this point you might need to ask yourself whether the value of the relationship is worth the emotional cost. Now, let's tie this insight into a modern example. Imagine you have a friend from college with whom you shared many interests, but over the years, your values and lifestyles have diverged significantly. Initially, these differences might not have seemed significant, but gradually, they've grown to a point where each meeting is shadowed by conflicting views and discomfort. This discomfort is your subconscious recognition of a deeper misalignment. In such situations, it's important to evaluate the role these relationships play in your life. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and one of the things we certainly can manage is with whom we choose to spend our time. If a relationship consistently leaves you feeling undervalued or distressed, it might be time to reconsider its place in your life. So how should you approach this realization? First, communicate your feelings openly with the friend in question. True friendship can withstand honest discussions. However, if the pattern of distress continues, it may be necessary to distance yourself to preserve your own well-being. It's not about harboring negativity, rather it's about ensuring that your personal environment remains conducive to growth and happiness. In closing, ask yourself, are the relationships in my life lifting me up or weighing me down? Each person's presence in your life should contribute to your journey in a meaningful way. Remember, it's okay to outgrow relationships that no longer serve you well. Making such a decision doesn't reflect failure, but growth. As you continue to evolve, so too will your circle of friends and acquaintances. Choose to surround yourself with people who reflect the person you are and aspire to be. And let go of relationships that cause recurring distress. Isn't it better to cultivate connections that bring out the best in you? 7. Avoid people who take other people's worries lightly. When someone consistently belittles the worries of others, it reveals a fundamental lack of empathy and respect, which are crucial components of any healthy relationship. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "What is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee." This metaphor resonates deeply when we consider the importance of mutual respect and understanding in our interactions. Imagine opening up to a friend about a challenge you're facing, only for them to brush it off or worse, compare it to their own seemingly greater troubles. This dismissive behavior can make you feel undervalued and misunderstood. It's vital to recognize that while the magnitude of our worries may vary, the emotional weight each of us carries is uniquely heavy. The dismissal of these feelings can erode the trust and bond between friends or family members, leading to isolation and resentment. Why then do some people take others' worries lightly? Often it stems from a self-centered viewpoint, where their own problems are magnified beyond those of anyone else. This lack of empathy is not just detrimental to those around them, but also to their personal growth. A true connection with others involves an exchange of empathy, where joys are shared and sorrows are shouldered together. As the saying goes, a joy shared is a joy doubled, and a sorrow shared is a sorrow halved. In your own life, you might notice such behaviors in subtle ways. Perhaps a friend who never seems genuinely happy for your achievements, or a family member who downplays your struggles while emphasizing their own. These are signs that might prompt you to question the depth and reciprocity of your relationships. How do these interactions make you feel? Do they lead to fulfillment and growth, or do they leave you feeling drained and unimportant? Let's consider how we might address these situations. It starts with communication, expressing our needs and expectations in relationships openly. A simple acknowledgement, a heartfelt "thank you," or an honest "I'm sorry," can pave the way for deeper mutual respect. But what about when these efforts are met with continued indifference or even contempt? Is it not wiser to distance ourselves from those who consistently fail to acknowledge the validity of our feelings? Reflect on this. Are the relationships in your life adding to your happiness and helping you grow? Or are they depleting your emotional reserves? If it's the latter, it might be time to reconsider their place in your life. The decision to distance oneself from a friend or family member who consistently undermines your feelings is not an easy one, but it is often necessary for personal well-being. It's about respecting yourself enough to walk away from relationships that no longer serve you. As we navigate the complexities of human relationships, we must remember the importance of empathy and respect. Surround yourself with people who recognize and appreciate the full spectrum of your experiences, those who not only rejoice in your happiness, but also provide comfort in your times of need. This is not merely a preference, but a fundamental aspect of healthy, supportive relationships. In closing, ask yourself, how can I foster relationships that are rooted in mutual respect and empathy? And how will I choose to respond to those who consistently diminish my concerns? The answers to these questions can guide you toward more fulfilling interactions and a happier, more connected life. Remember, the respect we show for others' feelings reflects the respect we command for our own. Let's strive to be the kind of friend, family member, or partner who listens deeply, cares sincerely, and respects unconditionally. Tertiary. Avoid people who often quarrel and take sides. Imagine walking into a room where the tension is palpable because one person has decided to turn a minor disagreement into a full-blown quarrel. This person doesn't just stop at disagreeing. They demand that you and others side with them, putting you in an uncomfortable position. You've likely experienced this at some point, a colleague at work, a friend in your social circle, or perhaps a relative during a family gathering. It's not merely the disagreement that's draining, but their insistence on drawing everyone around into the fray. Now consider the impact of such behavior on your life. These individuals often lack emotional control and display a marked arrogance, always convinced of their righteousness, never acknowledging their own mistakes. It's a toxic cycle that not only breeds discomfort, but also disrupts any sense of peace and harmony. Why do we hesitate to distance ourselves from such negativity? Is it loyalty, fear of confrontation, or simply habit? Reflect on this. The quality of our lives often mirrors the quality of our relationships. Each interaction shapes our days, influences our thoughts, and colors our feelings. Life is far too precious to spend in constant defense or discomfort, navigating through unnecessary conflicts. Stoicism teaches us the importance of inner tranquility and the wisdom to recognize what and who contributes positively to our lives. So, what should one do if faced with such a quarrelsome friend or relative? It starts with a deep breath and a step back, assessing whether this relationship offers anything constructive or is merely a source of continual strife. Perhaps you'll find that distancing yourself might not only bring peace but could also serve as a wake-up call for the other person, highlighting the consequences of their actions. As we move forward, let's ask ourselves, how much of our peace are we willing to sacrifice for the sake of someone else's battles? Could this be the moment to set boundaries and choose tranquility over turmoil? The message here is not just about avoiding conflict, but about embracing relationships that bring joy, growth, and peace into our lives. In closing, remember that every person we choose to keep close affects our mental and emotional well-being. Let's strive to surround ourselves with those who bring out the best in us, helping us to live not in the shadow of their conflicts, but in the light of mutual respect and understanding. After all, isn't life too short for anything less? If you've watched until the end, you're truly ready for a change. Leave a comment with Stoic in Your Life to affirm your commitment to healthier relationships. Don't go just yet. More empowering insights await in our upcoming videos. 9. Avoid anyone who enforces your religious or political beliefs. Have you ever found yourself in a heated debate where neither side is willing to budge? It's exhausting, isn't it? The insistence on converting others to our religious or political views does not foster connection, but rather division. This kind of interaction can be draining as it often spirals into pointless arguments that achieve nothing more than temporary victories at the expense of long-term relationships. These victories are hollow, filled with the brief satisfaction of being right. But at what cost? The price paid is often the dignity and respect of another, which can lead to resentment that festers and potentially destroys relationships. Why do we find ourselves drawn into such debates? It stems from a natural desire to align with those who share our views, which in itself is not harmful. However, problems arise when this desire turns into an imperative to convert dissenters into believers. This approach not only disrespects the inherent diversity among individuals, but also ignores the basic tenet that true persuasion is a product of attraction rather than compulsion. Reflect on this. When was the last time you changed a deeply held belief because someone argued you into submission? Chances are, never. People are more likely to be influenced by examples of lived principles and open, respectful dialogues. As Epictetus pointedly said, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. When we assume the role of the all-knowing, we close off all avenues of mutual understanding and respect. In navigating discussions on sensitive topics, the aim should not be to win, but to understand and to share perspectives that enrich and broaden our collective understanding. The Stoic approach would advocate for a discourse where each party respects the other's right to their viewpoint, regardless of how different it may be from one's own. This is not just politeness. It is a profound respect for the other as an individual, which is foundational to any meaningful relationship. So, how should one handle interactions with someone adamant about enforcing their beliefs? It begins with setting boundaries, communicating clearly that while you respect their right to their opinions, a mutual respect for your beliefs is essential. In cases where boundaries are repeatedly crossed, it might become necessary to reconsider the dynamics of the relationship. Choosing to distance oneself from constant conflict or coercion is not an act of aggression, but an act of self-respect and preservation. In conclusion, remember that the strength of a relationship lies not in uniformity, but in the ability to embrace diversity. Let us strive to engage with one another in a manner that respects our differences and upholds our dignity. This is the path to not only wiser, but also more fulfilling interactions. As we continue our interactions with others, let us ask ourselves, are we seeking to understand, or are we merely striving to be understood? In this reflection lies the key to truly enriching connections. As we conclude today's exploration of the 9 Stoic signs that you should end every contact, even if it's your family or a friend, I hope you found the insights helpful and thought-provoking. Remember, prioritizing your peace of mind and personal growth is essential, and sometimes, making tough decisions about your relationships is a step toward living a more stoic and harmonious life. If you appreciated the content, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might also benefit, and don't forget to subscribe to Stoic in Your Life. Also, hit the notification bell to ensure you never miss our upcoming videos. We're here to help you navigate life's challenges with wisdom and courage. Thank you for watching, and keep striving for personal excellence and peace.